Oh my God, you guys! Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, sound great.
Yes.
What?
Okay. So I'm on. Shut up.
Use your words.
Use your inside voice. Use your words.
That's what I said.
Bring meaning to everything. So my beautiful, $300 mic over here is having issues because I bent the
micro
Gazinta,
USB.
the micro USB Gazinta, and so now it's
Yeah, but
completely bent, and
if you
it
had
won't.
Android devices, you'd have a spare one.
Well, no, I do have spare ones, but none of them are like 4 feet long, so that it can
4 feet is fine.
so that it
Yes,
could go
4 feet
to
is fine.
so that it could go to the computer, you big dummies. So as I was testing my stuff, all of a sudden it just kept clicking off. So I quickly rushed into my box of miscellaneous crap from back in the day and found this old
Microphone.
thingamajiggy,
All right, now it sounds like it's wine o'clock.
which is
Drinking with
It's 1
Dennis.
o'clock now.
It's drinking with Dennis. Let's see what he's drinking tonight.
today. What do you got tonight, Dennis?
I got Nero. Oh wait, which way is it? Oh, Nero de Avila. Nice Sicilian wine. Stamare, very nice, very smooth, a little fruity.
Excellent. So suffice it to say, I'm a little flustered right now because I don't hear myself in my headphones as nicely as I would like to. But as long as you guys can hear me, that's all that matters, right? So, So let's celebrate the last day of Howard being on air until September.
Mazel. Yay! I'm so happy.
Mazel.
Mazel.
Yeah.
And let's hope the Grim Reaper comes for that hideous goblin like it did poor Al Rosenberg. Please, turn your sickle and scythe. Is it scythe? SCHYTH?
Yes.
Towards Howard. Please.
Yes.
Turn your sickle towards 17 Squabble Lane.
No,
Let us
not wish No, we do not.
I don't want the bad juju.
I don't want the bad juju.
I don't know if Robin's gonna make it though till then. So
well, we're gonna discuss that a little bit too.
I'm not so sure. And Ed Rooney, I'm sorry, but I had wine available. I didn't do the absinthe just because I've been drinking wine all night. So
all right, so let's talk about tonight's show. It was like yesterday's, except a day later. It was basically an uneventful show that had an hour and a half of Sara Jessica Parker.
Hour and a half.
Hour and a half, yeah.
Hour and a half. 4 times. Was it 4 times she's been on? 4 times?
No, twice.
It seems like so many more.
I have yet another brilliant observation by me in the last 2 days. I figured out. It's not a coincidence. It can't be. And if you want to call this conspiracy, call it what you will. Sara Jessica Parker's been on the show 2 times. Both times were in the wedding week of both the daughters.
That's weird.
It's very strange.
Weird.
If you don't think that's she's probably fulfilling some kind of wedding. They both love the show.
Stop.
No, actually, Dennis, will you confirm? They are not obsessed with Sex in the City.
You are completely.
They are.
Sex in the City hasn't been on since.
Ashley was watching that at 8 years old.
It doesn't matter.
What does that have to do with Sara Jessica Parker?
She's obsessed with. That's her hero. That's Ashley's hero.
What does that have to do with her wedding? She's on her honeymoon now. She can give a rat's ass about Sara Jessica Parker.
But you don't think she'll listen to this?
Do you think that Sara Jessica Parker was there?
You are absolutely crazy. Are you trying to be contrarian? You are crazy.
She's you guys are crazy. You guys are crazy.
Wait. I have a question though. Do you think Sara Jessica Parker was there?
Where?
At the wedding.
It could be pre-taped.
Yeah, she absolutely would have given that up.
I don't know about that.
No, she would have had some sort of nearer discussion with him, because they would have talked about like things that like she would have mentioned she would have mentioned it. There's absolutely no way. Who would invite Sara Jessica? They're not even friends. And I have a clip, which you will hear, where he's trying to make a little mitzvah between her and Billy Joel.
It's just weird though. It's just weird.
There is no weird.
It is strange though.
Everything is a conspiracy. Not everything.
No, it's not conspiracy. It's just weird.
Not a conspiracy.
It's a very weird
very, very
wig pro quo
coincidence. It's very
strange. It's really weird.
Both their weddings, she came in the same week.
Hey, Mo.
Okay, but there is no what?
It's just strange.
Can I do a non sequitur share?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Go ahead.
Just put me on and I'll press play.
Oh, okay, I see it. Hang on.
Okay.
That's hilarious.
Hey, fuck you.
Oh, what the hell's your problem?
You're my problem, dude. That joke is offensive.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm sorry that not everyone conforms to your preconceived notions of attractiveness.
It's a joke, man.
Oh, yeah? Oh, it's a joke? How about this? Why are there so few black baseball players?
Why?
Because they're always stealing bases. Ha 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 ha!
Whoa! Hey, now that is offensive. Yeah, what the hell, man?
Hey, it's a joke, man.
Yeah, but it's racist.
Oh, the horse with the long face just told a racist joke, huh?
Yeah, that's different.
Oh, yeah? How's it different?
Hey, why do you have so many drinks and you haven't touched any of them?
Hello, Einstein. Hooves. No fucking thumbs. Can't pick up a glass.
Well, then why are you in a bar?
Eat shit, that's why, dickhead.
Look, I think we all got off on the wrong foot here.
Yeah, well, you got that right.
We're sorry, okay?
I'm sorry. What is that about?
About the long face.
Oh, dude, what are you doing?
Sarah Jessica Parker with
So
the
many
long
drinks and you
face.
haven't touched any of them?
Did you cut it out right
Hello,
before the
Einstein.
punchline?
Hooves. No fucking thumbs. Can't pick up a glass.
Well, then why are you in a bar?
Eat shit, that's why, dickhead.
Look, I think we all got off on the wrong foot here.
Yeah, well, you got that right.
We're sorry, okay?
All right, me too.
Look, I'm Mike, and this is Harry.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Where'd you get that from? Like with the curses and everything? How did that? Where does it? Is it just an outtake?
Wow.
Sarah
That-
Jessica Parker.
That was a long way around. That was.
But you know what? It was worth it. The
I
punchline was worth it. Sarah. It doesn't matter. Sarah Jessica Parker. The original horse face.
Oh, you're gonna
The
get
original
such.
Butterface
You are gonna
from
get such
2003.
shit for this on the
What-
comments tomorrow.
And-
Xavier.
You know what? I had to defend. That was actually pretty. That was funny though.
Is that a movie? Is that a Family Guy movie? Where'd the curses come
It's
from?
he just put out some short
No, isn't
cartoons a while ago.
that isn't that horse that had its own?
No, that was just a one.
Oh, that's not BoJack Horseman.
No.
Mm.
It was a lot funnier when you didn't cut it off at the punchline before.
I don't think so. I don't think it was any funnier than it was.
Okay,
just then.
okay.
So but getting back to tonight's show and okay.
Oh wait, Aaron Taylor. Best thing about Sarah Jessica Parker is that she's the spokeswoman for Jordache
with a horse.
with a horse.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
All right, you
didn't know
guys need to stop picking on Sarah Jessica Parker, okay?
But, she seems sad. She has a long face.
Is
I'll
this
take
where
her
we're
over
going?
Beth.
Is this where we're going tonight? Is this
Take her
is this
over Beth.
how? Is this
Yes.
The
how
show
it's
was
gonna be?
bad. I'm sorry.
The show was horrible. The show was horrible today.
horrible.
Literally going out for the summer with an absolute whimper. I mean, it was just pathetic. Actually, it was a really sad show, and I'm not really understanding what
His
happened.
thought
about it.
process or
So
why?
let's talk about a couple of things prior to getting to the show, and let's add it to the stream right now. Okay, so there's like this really weird thing going on with Robin on June 28th, which is something called being unmessable with money, a free workshop to move from fear to freedom with money, with your guest hosts Tyrone Jackson, Robin Quivers, and
Tyrone
somebody named
Shoes.
Jocelyn Herman Saccio.
So 3 people I would never trust with any money.
Okay, well, we don't know who some of these people are,
I
right?
don't care.
So it
I
doesn't
look
matter.
at them and I don't trust any of them with money.
So I did a
trust
little
Robin
bit
in
of
1999 when that picture was taken.
So I did a little bit of a deep dive onto who exactly these people are, and lo and behold, I get to Jocelyn Herman
Is it that group?
Saccio's website, where she was a one-hit wonder with this group. And John, you'll know this song because I'm going to play a little bit of it for us, because why not? Who cares? Here we go.
Oh my God, she sang this?
She's the one with the short
This is
hair.
like oh my God.
This is like swing.
This is like-
swing sisters, other sisters.
Yeah.
Totally.
Oh my God.
Beverly
Here we
Hills
go.
90210 ending credit.
That's what love can do.
Oh my God.
Okay, let's stop this. Copyright.
All right,
copyright,
guys, enough.
copyright.
My
Okay.
ears.
Okay,
Forget about
so-
copyrights. My ears.
So okay, so this is this chick. That's the other person that's going to be
Is she-
on. But then I start scrolling a little bit more and look at some other stuff, and oh, look what she
The
is.
landmark. Yep. That's
In high definition.
Landmark
Land-
Forum
So-
spokesperson.
So, you keep on
That's who
saying
she
how much
is.
money Robin has. Landmark Forum has got to be just siphoning cash off of her like nobody's business.
Yeah.
She's not very smart, and I think
No.
that people have stolen millions from her. So don't keep on saying she's comfortable and she has a lot of money. I don't think she does.
I think she
She's a
does.
she's
I
a
think
little
she
bit of a
has money
fool.
to burn. I think she
She's
has
a little
money
bit
to
of a
burn.
fool. She's a lot of bit of a
Good
fool.
for her.
She has
looks
money
like
to burn,
a
though.
bootleg Isabella Rossellini, at least in the picture I just saw. I don't know. What
Okay,
That's
yeah.
right, Chaka Khan. Scientology 2.0.
That was like
she-
that was like CNC Music Factory's reject video.
Well, that's what we at the end of like 90210, these like cheese ball credits, and they would have her singing and dancing. That's what Brendan can do.
Of course, after I played that, I had to sing it like all day long because I couldn't get it
Yeah,
out
of
of my
course.
head.
I'm so sorry for you.
Earworm. Okay, so that's who these people are, and that's what she's doing. So, of course, it's always involved with the Landmark Forum, which we're going to dig into at some point.
I think that's a summertime special.
Do they know what Robin looks like nowadays? I mean, just out of curiosity.
Well,
No,
let's
they-
talk about that too, because so a couple of other things in the news before we get to the show. We were able to find a picture of Ashley Jade in her beautiful wedding gown, and this was sent to me. But then after I clicked on it, I realized that it was actually just a link to Reddit, so I figured it was okay for us to put it up. But there's our lovely Ashley Jade looking absolutely beautiful.
She does look nice.
Aw.
That's nice.
Yeah,
That's
she
really
looks
nice.
beautiful. She
Yeah,
looks
that's really nice.
absolutely
That's pretty.
beautiful. So good for her. And then the interesting thing is that our own Uncle Larry happens to take note of the stairwell that she
Spiral
was going.
staircase.
Nice,
Spiral
Larry.
staircase, right. And then hold on, let me get back to it.
She could
really
lose.
quick.
She can lose 5 pounds.
She could.
Definitely stand to lose 5 pounds. Oh, duty. I don't have the Beth picture.
Good catch, Big
Oh,
Larry.
come on.
Yeah, no, I got this.
Just go to her
got the
Instagram.
I
It's still
have it
up
if
there.
you want. If you need it, I have it.
Just go to Instagram and it's still up
Yeah,
there.
I know how to do this. Okay.
Okay.
I have it if you need it.
But
No,
I did
yeah.
notice one thing. If you
No?
if you guys put those pictures together, it's Beth looking down upon Ashley.
And she's
If where they're physically
Lording
located on
over
those
her,
pictures.
right.
When you see their picture, it'll make sense.
That's the
she's
truth.
really looking down on Ashley.
She's kind of I see it more like her
Just
life
post your
is in a
picture.
downward spiral, and
Yeah, she ain't
Ashley,
that
where,
deep. She
where
ain't
are they
that deep,
physically
honey.
located
That's
on
good,
that
though.
spiral staircase?
and Ashley's on her way up. All right, hold on, I got it right here.
Nah,
Okay.
it's more like Beth looking down on her.
You're too deep for her, Monique. She could never go to those lengths.
Yeah, no,
Good.
I do. That's how I do.
that's how you do. That's how you do here. Let me
Chaka
put
Khan
it-
had a great line in
If
the
I'm lying, I'm
Mockateers.
dying.
They should put a Sibian on their Peloton.
Now
That's
look.
what he's talking
Now
about.
look where they are
Okay.
physically on the
So-
stairs.
Oh, look
So
She's
at
there
looking
is-
that.
down at Ashley.
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry, wrong one.
Wrong
Here.
one.
There.
See?
Yep, same wallpaper, same
If you were to
staircase.
cut and paste them together, it's her looking down on her.
Yeah.
I'll
All right.
accept your apology now.
I think we're reading a little more into it than we could. But okay.
Of course. I'm sure it's just a coincidence that Beth in a red dress is looking down on
She just
Howard.
needed to take a picture. on the
I'm sure it's just a
staircase.
coincidence.
At the same place.
Beautiful
on the same
Ashley.
ground.
Well, it was the wedding, so yeah, let's give him that.
Same staircase. Same,
Okay,
you
so
know.
congratulations to Ashley and her
Congratulations.
lovely husband.
Mazel.
And she
Mazel.
didn't wear a thong bridal gown like
She didn't,
There's no
Beth.
cutout. There's no titty cutout.
no titty
Yeah,
cutout.
yeah.
No
Not even slap the yarmulke in that picture.
titty
either.
cutout. All right, and then
Yeah, 'cause it was taken
also,
from 30 feet away.
That's true. Also,
want to talk about, Howard was talking about
Autobot, that's sweet.
dancing at the wedding, and apparently a video was put up with that, and I gotta tell you, our Robin's not looking that good. So
oh really?
let's go to
Ooh.
that and let's talk about it.
Christ.
They liked our discussion
Harry
of my
Carey?
daughter's wedding, and the fans sent
When
in
did she
many
get Down syndrome?
congratulatory notes. Howard, I'm proud of you for.
So
Look at
here's
that.
Howard.
And you're
doing.
bouncing at your knee.
That's dancing?
right? Yeah.
That's it. That's my dance. That it's
dancing?
lame. Like I know I want to do more.
What's wrong with her eyes?
Yeah, I know. I don't know what's going on
She's
there.
Her
she's
eyes
not
have
good.
Shrunk.
There's a lot
her
of
skull.
she's taken a lot of steroids at this point. She's very bloated from it.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Yeah, that's part
fair
of that.
enough.
When Robin
Yeah.
looks in the mirror, she sees Holly Robinson Pete. That's the problem.
Why is she
Wow.
wearing
Keeps the
Harry?
arrogance up.
Well, is she going to announce a Cubs game?
Yeah,
I mean,
she's
with the
totally
Harry
wearing
Carey
Harry
glasses.
Carey.
I mean,
And a
Jesus.
1 and a 2.
A 2 and a 3.
Okay,
Hey,
so,
everyone.
Me out
so
to
yes,
the-
she has no lashes or eyebrows in this picture,
No,
and she's not
no.
looking that good.
Chemo,
Honestly, she's
baby.
not.
Chemo.
All right, I don't know. I don't want to allege anything.
Allege.
Stop it.
I will
Stop it.
allege chemo.
Dennis,
Allege.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
Larry
alleging.
Bud Millman.
Alleging.
whatever it is,
the
No
picture
hair.
of health.
whatever it is, she doesn't look great. Okay, that's it. We don't know what's going on with her. We don't know what. Dennis, please, I'm begging you, stop. We don't know what's going on with her, but she doesn't look good. That's
Be
all I'm
nice.
saying.
In her
Not,
own way.
not
she looks
be
better than
nice. I don't
Howard.
want to get. You know what? Fuck everybody. Seriously, nobody else on this channel. Nobody else talking. Nobody in the chat. Nobody else would
It's
get
nice.
in any trouble
Except
but
you.
me. That's right. So you guys can say all you want and presuppose everything
I
that's
said
going on.
alleged.
But no, you didn't. I did. You're just going off on, what's going on with
Allegedly.
her. Okay. She looks like shit. So yes, she looks like shit. So that's
I
what's going
said
on with her.
nothing of
Looks-
her illness.
looks better than
You-
You
Howard.
said nothing. I said
I'm
that.
No.
implying
I
that
said
she looks like a mongoloid. That's all.
Okay, stop it. Stop
She
it.
is. She is 71, right?
She is 71.
That's what it's supposed to
And
look
he-
like.
Turn 71.
Not very healthy, but you know,
She's
that's-
she's a
71
year
and
older
not
than
healthy.
Howard and change. I think she might have just turned 70, or she's about to.
Well, P.S.
In
that's
August-
the whole
in
reason
August, she turned
I'm showing
71.
this video is because I was taken aback by how she was looking, and maybe that's the reason she didn't go to the wedding. That all you.
I have to.
lunatic
I
think she
wanted
wasn't
to like
invited.
Robin so much. I have tried so hard over the years since I've been listening to the show in the early '90s. I've tried to like her. I've so tried, and I just
You
can't.
can't.
She just
John,
makes it so
John,
difficult.
But John, how many people have we spoken to on this show? How many?
Yes,
Not
no,
a
I know where you're going.
single
Yeah.
one
Yep.
has ever had a bad word to say
There,
about
she's
him. Not a
the
one.
most generous. She's the most generous.
The most giving, the most
staff
loving,
member.
the most
Yep.
yes, the most wonderful
She's-
person
Unless you're her
She's-
family.
she's-
Thank you,
state member-
Tamara.
in
Thank
the
you,
whole
Tamara.
show. Yes, it's
Speaking
the
of
last
Nubian
show. Let's
princess.
play nice.
Tamara?
Listen, Tamara,
He and Tamara.
or the
Sister,
next
sister.
day.
Tamara.
Hansel. Hansel.
Hansel? Hansel?
Francois.
I'm
Hansel?
just trying to say that we
Miss Francois.
can't presuppose that things are going on that we know nothing about. Okay,
Uh,
so
past history, baby. Past
let's
history.
try. Let's
And
try.
to Robin's credit, Monique, she remained friends with Grillo up until just a scant few years ago.
Until she invited him to his second go round of the Landmark Forum, and
Yes.
and it was like a whole weekend event, and he was kind of putting her off a little bit, and then he started his own podcast and started talking shit about the Stern Show, and then she
Yes.
said, "You're not allowed up here anymore.
Right,
You've
right.
been banned from coming up
No.
to."
Mongoloid. She's a
See.
mongoloid.
You guys are killing me. You're killing me.
But
Okay.
you know, the thing is, she's a woman that had stage 3 cancer.
I don't
that
know.
Did not treat it. It went on way too long. There are consequences to that. That's all I'm saying is there are consequences to that, and she seems like
Again,
she's suffering.
Let's move on.
But
let us-
moving on. I'm just stating a
Let's move
simple
on.
fact. Nothing else but a simple fact. Simple fact.
Okay.
So
Simple
that's all
fact.
it is. Simple fact. This is a
Simple
simple fact.
Simple fact. All right, let's move on to other news. Who couldn't see this
What?
coming?
Oh dear
Why is
lord.
this on?
Pete Davidson.
He looks totally normal there. Yeah, he
It's
looks
raccoon-
great.
The raccoon
yeah.
eyes, right? In rehab
Oh.
for mental health struggles. Who couldn't have seen this coming?
Well,
Pete is now in rehab due to his recent struggles with his mental health, according to familiar sources. Look at that picture of beauty.
that trick.
huh?
That's what sure.
Jesus Christ.
So if you dye your
I
hair
love-
completely
I love that this
blonde, you're
douchebag-
sane. I mean,
Yeah.
I love that this douchebag was driving that Kim's Rolls Royce forever like it was his, taking it
Ooh.
like to Taco Bell and all sorts of places. And now he's
Did he
saying,
do
"Oh, it's the
that?
worst thing that ever happened to me."
What? The Kardashian was the worst thing that ever happened to him?
Yeah, what a douche.
So wait, that's his. He crashed that car.
Apparently, he was charged with reckless
Jesus.
driving.
Oh
result-
yeah, that was right. That was a
crash.
few weeks ago.
they
yeah.
tore the
Oh,
house
damn.
down. The house is gone. The house that he hit got torn down.
Oh, you
Holy
kidding?
crap!
No joke, it's gone.
Hey, German cars are built tough.
Bill's Ford tough.
fellow Staten Islander, Dennis.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know. I
it's
try
homeboy,
to not remember that. Okay.
I thought you were the king of Staten Island.
And you know what? His father died in 9/11. I give
Yeah.
him like a little bit of
I'll give him a
slack
little
for
bit of-
having
yeah,
a little
for
bit
that.
of issues with PTSD and whatever. And then we're also really quickly going to go to the calendar and see where we stand so far. So,
Yay!
what we figured out today, I was on the phone with Xavier and we're talking about the fact that he's
Yes.
done 58 work days so far. Okay. That comes out to a total, if you do 3 hours a day, ready? 174 hours of work. Now compare that to a normal human being who has to work 8 hours a day every single day with no vacation time thus far, would have worked 1,040 hours compared to Howard's 174.
And
he's tired.
And
He's
much
tired.
like Puzzle the cat, he's never left his home.
Never left his home.
Take Mad Dog Russo, Monique, who does a show for the same time by himself. He has one producer in there taking nothing but phone calls and working his ass off. He's only a scant couple of years younger than Howard.
Yeah.
And he's working 5 days a week.
Yeah.
So,
Everybody
Yeah.
works 5 days a week.
I
except
know,
for
I know.
Howard.
Most normal
This is-
people do.
This is supposed to be a passion, right? It's the show is for Howard, isn't it?
Never leaves his house.
Why is it
Never. I mean, Mona, we're like chit chatting, and we challenge ourselves to name 2 things that have happened on the Stern Show since January. Besides the wedding, both of us can come up with one freaking thing.
No.
Like
True.
literally, think of
That's
one
in his
eventful
life?
thing that
You're
happened
talking
on the Stern
about
Show.
like life events. You talking about in his life?
Just,
anything,
just
like,
things.
name
What's that?
anything.
What? Give
Well-
me something that's like a best of from this week, from this year.
From this year,
Year.
best of? There is no best of.
Yeah.
You have
Maybe
Ronnie's wedding
the Ronnie wedding
debacle,
thing, but
which
that's been kind of
yeah,
And last
Matt-
year, the only thing I can think of is the cum hat. I mean, honestly, I have no thoughts in my head about what's been going on.
so 100% correct.
Yeah.
beef. Yeah, some of the beef is. Oh, I'm trying to think what happened with beef.
Well, this is
oh,
my
beef
point,
is down
Monique.
in Florida having the whole pass out thing.
Bruce
that was
interview.
that was
Bruce,
okay.
yeah.
Wasn't that last year?
No, that was this year. That was this.
That
this
was
year.
this year?
Yeah,
It was
that
the
this
beginning
year.
Why does it seem like it was
of,
last year?
It seems like it, but it was this year. It was
This
like
is my
10
point,
shows
Monique,
ago.
about how now the bad years are tantamount with the good years.
Yeah,
It's
no,
very,
you're
very close.
completely right.
Every year it gets a little,
The
it gets
Miami
closer.
thing. Okay, we'll give you Miami. Name
The
one thing that
Miami
happened in
thing,
Miami.
because that was a
on air.
debacle.
No,
Name one thing that happened on air in Miami.
I cannot.
No, neither can I.
Andy Cohen, I guess the kerfuffle they had, if you want to call that anything.
I cannot. I got nothing.
Ben
Bon
died last
Jovi.
summer.
This is literally like a
Fantastic.
bad movie where you just you saw it and then you will leave the theater
What
and
happened?
you
You
remember
don't know.
nothing
That's right.
about it.
Yep.
This is like
Zero, nothing. You remember
it's
nothing.
like when I saw the first Avatar. It's
Exactly.
like afterwards, it's like, what did
I
I
heard the
just
second
see?
one's the same way. You see,
I haven't
you're
even
just
seen it. I can't even it's free right now to watch.
No
and
interest.
I can't even bring
No,
myself
and
to
it
watch
was
it.
like, yeah, I saw it. It's like, okay.
And somehow
$1.
it made
Okay, one character- I
insane
just know-
money.
Yeah.
One of the blue guys fought a robot at the end. That's
I
the
know.
only thing I can tell you about
Wow,
that.
It's
That's
movie.
amazing the
exciting.
movie does as well as it does, as boring as it is.
It's mind-boggling, actually.
I know, it's really, really tedious.
All right,
Nope.
so let's start with our show then. So, what happened today? A little bit of jealousy about Ryan Seacrest, as we all
We
predicted,
predicted
last
that,
night.
yeah.
Peloton talk, just a really disgusting example of how he still has some bizarre deep. Okay, stop it, Dennis. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. I'm going to mute you if you keep doing this. I'm in a cranky mood. I'm cranky. Okay. Throwing kisses at your cat and doing stuff that
My puzzle's so cute.
yeah, puzzle is adorable, but I don't want to focus on that. I don't.
This
want
show
to.
is not worth losing friends over, Monique, and moreover, the
It's
Stern
of
show is
course
not worth
it's
losing friends over.
not. Of course
you need
it's
a cat
not.
to pet. That's your problem. You need to relax.
I'm not relaxed tonight.
Puzzle looks
You
so
know it.
happy.
She is happy. She's very
The
happy.
only thing less important than this is McDowell's, the knockoff show.
All right, here we go.
You kind of scratch your head and go, is there anybody else in show business? This guy's got more jobs. I mean, it's a remarkable career where he's the guy they think of.
Give up any of those other jobs now, like the morning radio show? And
I did write down all his jobs. Somebody gave me a listing. It's quite impressive, actually.
Yeah, he's a little jealous, and
A
how
little?
can you not be? Apparently, Pat Sajak's work schedule was like 42 days a year, and they would bang out like 5 shows during a day, and that was it. I mean, 42 days a year, and he
How
made
about
like
this? How
12
about
or
this?
15 million dollars.
Howard's too lazy to take that job.
Exactly.
No, he would have taken it for that.
I think.
For that
I think
stretch.
even.
But
I
the
think
thing
even this
is-
job is too much work for him.
But the thing is, Ryan Seacrest actually does work hard, and he actually, gets himself into situations where he can succeed. Howard is so lazy that he hides in his home, does no work at all, and he's now jealous.
But he wants to do less
But he-
work.
He wants less, but he wants more money for it.
What are the odds? What are the odds that if they signed him to that job, he would make Wheel of Fortune move to New York?
No.
Yes.
Once again, it would be a Vizio monitor tilted on the side.
They would just be moving around the monitor around the stage.
Zoom calling it in from his
Nice
entrance
Costco reference
mansion.
at the Vizio.
But
we got to stick with the Vizio. Come on.
To be fair, now that Ryan Seacrest is the host, I really believe Vanna White needs to really get the boot.
She needs to go bye-bye.
She needs
They
to go
can
bye-bye.
find a young, hot girl to replace her.
Absolutely. Make
all
it a
day
whole
long.
new show. Whole new show.
You want to leave at this point? Is it you only have one life? Is this all you're gonna do?
You know what?
For the, you gonna experience
He
anything else?
touches
I
a
know,
letter
I know.
and makes $12 million
You know what,
a
though?
year.
After the Jeopardy fumble, I have no faith in the Merv Griffin show.
No, that's true.
Production company.
That is true.
They'll screw this up. Watch, they're gonna screw this up. Whoever
How
they
can you
hire,
sp-
whoever
How
they
can you
hire
screw
for
this up? I mean, you just
the
gotta
Vanna
find a
thing
hot
is gonna
young
be
girl,
Holy,
a 25-year-old hot
Wrong.
girl that can touch letters.
With good boobies.
Bro,
Looks
Yeah,
great
nice
in dress.
rack,
Yeah.
are
thin.
you guys aware how
Yeah.
bad the
blonde.
Jeopardy thing went from after Alex?
It was bad.
They've gone
It
through
was
like
real
host
bad.
after host with scandal after scandal.
Yeah.
And he literally could have
Ryan
gotten
Seacrest
was it
enjoys
LeVar
the
Burton,
company
the
of
guy from
men.
Star Trek? He wanted the job.
I've heard
He would
this.
have been perfect. That would have been it. But instead, one dude was a scandal, then the other person didn't want the job. and it was another
Sorry,
scandal.
no justice for Vanna. I'm telling you, like I said
No,
yesterday,
she's old.
Vanna was the hot stewardess on American Airlines, and then all of a sudden you get on for some shitty flight to Chicago, and that same stewardess is still there. She's 67 years old. She's not hot. She's not cute. She's cranky and ornery, and she's got nothing to offer and
Yeah.
nothing
She
that
gives you way too much
She's
ice
old.
from that.
She looks like my
Way
mother.
I swear to.
Have you ever been on those
she-
flights where you ask for like a drink and they give you like 90% ice and just a little snip? You like sip on it. And
She
your drink's gone?
reminds me.
Done. Yeah.
She
What?
reminds me of this Delta flight I had where every stewardess was at least 65 years old. I
Yes,
mean, it's like you
yes,
don't
they're
want to
all
see that.
unionized. There's
wanna
nothing
see
you can
it.
do about firing them. Yes, a nice hot Spanish chick would be amazing. That would be amazing. Actually, Sofia Vergara with a little cute accent would be amazing.
Even now, she'd be good. Sophia,
Even
she's
now,
much,
she would be
she's
good.
much better looking than Vanna White at this point.
Yes, agreed completely. Agreed completely.
I was on Spirit Airline like 2 years ago, and it looked like my
Sorry.
mom's
And you
canasta
admit it?
group.
Yes, of course.
You're admitting that? Jeez. That's Greyhound bus in the air.
Hey, Dennis,
is.
$112 to pop whatever the hell it was.
All right, let's move on. So, again, he discusses his Peloton, and again, everything that's going on is same old, same old. So there's nothing here that we're talking about at all that is something new. So let's just. All I wanted to mention in this is his reveal of how many
I mean,
freaking
easy being
Pelotons he
me.
has.
By the way, one of the guys pointed this out to me. I still haven't gotten my seat from Peloton. They have a manufacturing problem. The seat that I got on my Peloton, and I own more than one of these bikes, is part of a
You
recall.
got not one seat? For
I did
either
not get
of
nope.
either or however many bikes you have?
I'm embarrassed to say I own 3. Okay. I wanted to admit to 2. But if you want to know the truth, it's 3.
So I'm gonna say there's one in each home for Mr.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
nice. Yes.
One in each home.
Yes.
And the fact that, and I love the fact that they're not kowtowing to him. Like I do. I love the fact that,
But he called the president of,
All
of
the-
Peloton.
and he
I
said
still think this
sorry.
is all commercial.
He basically said, sorry, I cannot get it to you. Sorry. No.
I
Yeah.
love Chaka Khan's idea of putting a Sibian on every Peloton.
The
I
thing
love that.
is, the thing is, everything about him is not what could break the seat. He's
Yes.
not athletic enough, and
No.
he ain't heavy enough.
Exactly.
So you tell me how he's going to break that seat.
He's not exerting nearly enough effort
No.
to do any damage to that. Exactly right, Dennis. That's a great point.
Drew show,
Uh,
hot off the presses. Lizzo's going to replace Vanna
Oh,
White.
dear Christ.
Also, too many
Oh.
kitties on the screen, Dennis. You know the rules. What Avatar? Nobody
thing
would
is,
Avatar
that would
2 tickets.
require Lizzo to walk more than 15 feet a day.
That's not
Yeah,
happening.
it's
I don't think
impossible
that's
for
gonna
Lizzo
happen.
to do that.
You know what? I would watch it if she
You
did
know-
it on a jazzy. Can
You know what?
imagine if she-
You guys can laugh all you want, but if you've ever seen like a live Lizzo in concert, not that I've seen her in concert, but I've seen videos of it. She can move. I mean,
She's extraordinarily
I'll
talented.
take your
I'm
word
not
on it.
saying
I won't
that.
be
Yeah.
running out and seeing it.
Okay,
she can
note to
move.
self, no more Lizzo jokes.
She doesn't look like Whitney Houston in 1988. She's extraordinarily talented. She plays like 5 instruments and sings her ass off. I'm not
Good for
saying
her.
that.
She also eats 5 instruments per concert.
Yeah.
And she ruined Star Wars, but that's another besides the point.
Oh, that was horrible. That really bummed me out. Her and
That made
Jack
me
Black.
depressed.
Hold on, I'm trying to find you some.
Wayman Tisdale used to play his bass guitar on his Peloton, which I'll never forget.
See, look, she can move. See,
Let's see.
she can move. Look at her moving.
Yes.
Good for her.
Look at that. Look at
Do
her.
you have any idea how many disco balls had to die for that outfit?
They had to kill like 10 disco balls to make
To quote my black friends, I love her gold game.
A gold game.
You put game at
look
the end.
out.
That's my new thing now.
See? Touch the E, touch the R. See? It's easy.
Yeah, but then you wouldn't be able to see the W.
Well,
take up half of that
compare it to
word.
Robin at the end of the show. I have Robin.
I like
dancing
John
Gary's
Doe's
wedding.
idea. I like
What?
John Doe. They should drop her at Times Square on New Year's Eve.
I don't know, what's the structural integrity of that building, man?
Yeah, the motif, Jared. Merlich.
You're just
That's
big bones,
funny.
you cruel bastards.
All right. So here is here's a weird clip. Okay. This is Howard with a dead father who he didn't acknowledge on Father's Day, and he's still he's still angry at him in such a weird, bizarre way. It's kind of insane. It's insane. So let's
is
play it.
insane.
Radio.
Yeah, let's play it. Let's play it. Here we go.
I was angry with my dad
That's why I couldn't sleep
because,
yesterday.
I've been paying a ton of money to take care of my parents for a really long time,
Tell
going
us how
back
much.
when I was working at K-Rock.
You're
I
the
basically
only
paid for everything in
sibling.
their life.
No, you haven't.
And then when my dad died, he had a mountain of dough. And
Tell
yeah,
us what this mountain is.
yeah.
Wow.
You never
Wouldn't
once
have known it.
I was angry because I thought like maybe he could have come to me and said, listen, you're spending a lot of money on us.
What?
Let me work something out with you. And I would have said no, of course.
But why do you need it then?
I
Or
think he
just
should
pay
have.
for some things on his own. He could have just done that.
Wow.
I was even paying for the delivery of their New York Times because I thought my dad didn't have any money because
Oh, wow.
my dad was
oh my
look,
God.
My dad grew up in the
Expander.
Depression, and he's super frugal. He was worried about his old age, but guess what? He didn't plan his old age properly.
What?
I have
Yeah, he
round the
did.
clock
He got
aids
you
for
to
my
pay for
mother.
shit.
He'd be
Listen to this, listen.
bankrupt
That
by
sounds like
now.
a good plan.
My mother was like, "Oh, the AIDS! I need AIDS," and I'm like, "What do you think those cost to have a round the clock aid?"
Can you imagine?
Wow, that
Monique,
is
this
psychotic.
is why I want the Grim Reaper to come for him.
That's socio.
That's why
that
I want
is-
it. That's
If,
right.
if
Dennis.
anybody wants to hear what sociopathic talk is, that's
Behavior?
sociopathic.
Yeah.
I mean, his father actually did save very well for retirement. He actually had money up till the time he died. And honestly, Ben actually was very independent from my understanding up until they went into the home. Until he couldn't take care of himself. He used to buy cars, he used to go out he used to
Yeah,
go
but
to
let's
the
be
track.
fair.
Yeah.
Nobody predicts living till
But he-
100. You know what
But
I mean?
He retired when he was 55 years old.
No, I understand, but you want enough money to get you to the end of the day. But
Correct.
nobody predicts 100. But either way,
Still.
the fact that you're resenting the man
This
for
is
having a
why-
little money when and I bet you that Ben didn't leave any money to him. I bet you that Ben left it to his sister, to his grandchildren.
He should.
As he should.
Yeah, as you should.
as
And
he
if
should.
he has dementia, Why? What he's gonna remember line items? I thought, oh, we making fun of him for being senile, and why should he care about the money at that point, right?
I mean, he was not in great health the last few years of his life. Jesus,
Do you believe
I mean,
this?
is
You know what a mensch that guy is. You know what a good father he is. What a good man, as they said up in the chat. Do you really believe any of this crap? This guy is. He's better than the hardcore old school World War II generation fathers who were tough. He's the best of that generation in terms of he was a dad like we would have, or the next generation. Spoiled him right. We say this all the time. I don't even want to go into it anymore.
He built Howard a puppet stage. He built him a puppet stage.
Yep.
Howard never mowed the lawn. Howard never took out the garbage.
Like a skateboard thing in the half pipe in the backyard, or the dad who built the full basketball court that every friend had. Like wow, what you had, and you're jealous of him, right? The full.
Yeah, like Miss Beaverhausen is saying here, Howard complained last year that his sister was in the will and not him. Yeah, I'm sure that's what he's doing.
Be.
Yeah, I'm sorry. There's the entirety of your entire family collectively doesn't have as much money as you make in a year.
Maybe next time she won't have to stay at the North Belmore Library during her
Exactly. He made your sister stay at the library. Congratulations.
All right, so then he went into a conversation about Al Rosenberg, who apparently passed away yesterday. And Al Rosenberg was a figure in both Imus's life and Howard Stern's life back in WNBC.
Uh-huh.
And he started working with Howard at some point during his tenure at WNBC. And apparently after Howard left, I guess he went back to working for Imus. Then at some point, Imus didn't need him anymore. And, of course, Howard then needs to let us know that, there was no room for Al in his world anymore.
And Al always called me and those were the good old days. And, and then eventually the Amish show, I don't know, I think they unloaded Al again and they fired him years later. At that point, I had other people with me. So, I didn't have a job for Al, but we stayed in touch.
Yeah, I didn't have a job for Al. So you have 70 people working for you now, but you didn't have a job for Al.
You had a job for Shuley, though.
That job for Shuley.
Well, no, this is K-Rock time.
This is early.
Yeah.
But still.
But still,
he was on Miserable Men, guys.
Bone.
He was on the Miserable Men show with Florentine and
who was Al?
Yeah, he was. He was a Sunday night. Was it 7:00 to 9 or something like that?
Oh, okay. Didn't know that.
That's not a job, though. I mean, Bob
right. Nobody's getting paid there.
No. But it was, it was ridiculous because Howard just wanted to keep all the marbles to himself, the K-Rock, because this is when he just had Jackie writing from before Billy West, and he just didn't want to pay Rosenberg, $50,000 a year just to come in and do whatever he does for the show. I mean, that's just a terrible human being. I mean,
could have been on the news team too, Dennis.
Yeah,
Bulldog is a great idea. Bulldog could have been the shusher.
I have a quick theory of what spurred this on.
What?
I think he got the final bill for the wedding, like yesterday, and he just flipped his little wig.
I don't. Are you talking about? The Ben thing, or are we talking about?
Yeah.
Because we're on Al now.
Because he's bitching about Ben's the money that he didn't get from Ben, and now what spurred that on? More than likely, he finally got an invoice for the final bill.
Mere bag of shells, though. I can't even imagine.
But remember, he squeezes.
He's petty, bro.
He squeezes pennies
so
till they turn to,
bro.
Until they turn to wire.
I know.
Come on.
I know. I'm saying I know, but I can't believe that would spur
it's just
on.
a thought.
Because he's been talking about Ben and his cheapness and the money.
But it's all worked in his head right now.
Yes.
Money.
Yes.
Anchor for a hunk of cheese. Like, you just think, Robin, at least some point, just a little bit of pushback, just one statement, just go, how much do you need?
Yeah.
How much do you need?
Exactly.
Just, that's all it would take, just to have, but Al Rosenberg, Shaka Khan said, go ahead. I lost it.
Okay. So then the next,
so what, but he's petty, bro. I know it's his daughter, but he made it all about himself.
Okay, I'm going to move on. So then Robin reveals this weird little tidbit about the fact that Al Rosenberg came onto her, which we thought was kind of weird. So let's listen to that.
Loved him.
I don't know when it happened, and you probably don't know anything about this, but a while after his wife died, Al,
was having sex with you?
To me. No. Right. He reached out to me. And, said he'd like to have lunch or something. I was like, yeah, sure. And I went. And, that's the reason I wasn't in touch with Al, was because
romance?
he indicated that he had always had a crush on me.
Wow.
And,
man.
he was, because we were friendly, certainly.
Right.
And, he thought there was a spark there.
How dare you?
All right.
How dare you
So,
pursue?
in typical Blobbin fashion, when somebody can't defend themselves, she comes out and assaults them.
Look at here, Robin.
Because that's what she does. I mean, her father had dementia, and all of a sudden he's diddling her as a teenager. This is the woman that actually took money away from her mother from a settlement because
Mesothelioma.
Yeah, mesothelioma. And her dad died. I guess got it and was part of his thing that caused his death. And she took the money from that instead of giving it to her family, who makes a lot less than her. So I give no credence to this. Zero. It did not happen. In my mind, it never happened. She made this up, like everything else.
Drew Show, thank you. He says, my Ben theory. Ben kept a Long Island home all this years collecting Section 8 checks. He left Howard in the will.
Steve,
Nice.
Okay, yeah. Steve Z, Shaka Khan and Steve Z say the only way Rosenberg could have if he turned gay. So he does. That's really right. That's the foolproof way to get hired in this show.
Yes, of course.
Either go gay or do gay hijinks. That's
Yes,
exactly
of course.
Right.
Yes, of course. Okay, so then this chick named Stacy calls, which was also a very weird phone call, which we'll get to in a moment. But Howard then reveals just a little tidbit about his cousin Stacy, the one who died, the gay one.
That he didn't give any money to?
That he didn't give any money to. Yeah, and we'll talk about that at the tail end of this. So hang on, let's just play the clip and then we'll talk about it.
Stacy in Florida, you're on the air. Stacy, I like the name Stacy, by the way.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Howard.
Hi. Yes, Stacy. There was a girl in college named Stacy, but she didn't give me the time of day, and I always thought, wow, she's hot. And then my cousin, rest in peace, he was gay, but his real name was a male kind of traditional name. And
androgynous.
When he came out of the closet when he was like 13 years old, he chose the name Stacy.
So
Nice.
It's weird. Stacy wasn't his real name. I didn't know that. I didn't realize that he actually.
What was it, Stassi?
No, it was like a regular name, like Harry or
What's
Melvin
an
or something.
androgynous? Stacy's androgynous name.
No,
Stacy.
he chose the name Stacy at 13 and
But
made
why
everybody
wouldn't
start calling him
Howard-
Stacy.
But why wouldn't Howard say his real name? The guy's long dead. I mean, everybody involved is long gone.
So, John, why don't you tell us the story about Stacy and how he didn't give
Only
him
if
any
you
money?
refer to me as Naomi.
Okay, Naomi, will you tell me the story about Stacy and
Naomi to the main stage. Naomi to the main stage.
Wait, make the noise. Xavier, where's the noise for the Naomi, tell us the story.
He put out a. Do you have the? Do you have the picture? I don't. I'm assuming you. Did you get the picture?
What picture?
I didn't send it to you.
GoFundMe.
So Stacy's GoFundMe. His cousin Stacy went all over social media and had a GoFundMe. He was dying and he needed. I think it was. Jesus. He needed to collect as much as. I want to say, $35,000. And he got to $13,000 and died. And I don't know if it was very similar to Scott, the engineer's wife. I don't know if the money would have saved. He couldn't, like anybody, he had no benefits. Couldn't afford the medical bills. That's Howard's 8 minutes of radio could have fulfilled this. His precious cousin, and they're so close. And he died.
But the flack from it was that his partner. They had a business together, and he ended up losing that whole thing because.
And they're in Manhattan, Dennis. So
because they were broke.
Yeah, I know they were both.
Because the medical bills broke them.
Yep.
And this poor guy lost this. He lost his his close confidant, and then lost his business too.
Very
and Howard
public
did nothing.
GoFundMe. He was on all the social media sites. All his family saw it. Couldn't forward him. Very, very eerily similar to Scott, the engineer's wife, Robin. The whole scenario. But I mean, this is blood, right?
Yeah,
blood
how
is
are they
thicker
related?
Than, blood is thicker than hot water.
He's the
and
first
lemon.
cousin.
He's his first cousin, yeah.
First cousin.
Okay.
I want to try to find you the actual GoFundMe. I know
Is
it's
it from?
floating
Is it
around.
from Ray's side? I think it's from Ray's side. It's from Ray's
Doesn't
side
matter.
because Ray had
Probably
a sister.
is.
Oh,
Ray
okay,
had a
that makes
sis-
sense.
Yeah,
then.
Ray had a sister, so that's who it is.
All right, so we're gonna move on, and here's Stacy talking about her dream that she had of Howard. Here we go.
Nice.
Say how much I loved you.
Nice.
Nice.
Love me in the way
What's-
Al loved Robin, or like love me just as a
Yes,
fan?
yes,
Oh.
that's
Oh.
how I
Yes,
love you.
it's
I
almost
had a
fake.
dream about you yesterday.
Nice. I hope
Nice.
my wife's listening.
3
that
times, she
There are
said.
women out there. Are you beautiful, Stacy?
Yes.
Of course I'm beautiful.
Of course I'm beautiful.
I'm beautiful.
There are beautiful women out there dreaming. What was your dream about me, may I ask?
Yes. Well, actually, I was laying on my stomach, and you were laying on top of me broadcasting, and that totally
interesting.
made my day.
You were laying on your stomach, and you were broadcasting, and it was hot. Yes, that's what I see on the script. Jesus. Oh my Christ! Come on.
You know what? Any way whatsoever to get on air. Really.
What's on the script? Howard, this is on the script I have in front of me.
All right, you want to see?
You were laying ass to ass. That's where we were laying. You weren't behind me.
Look at us. Do we deliver or what? Thank you, Johnny.
Boom.
Boom. Boom.
Yeah, I had it on my. It was on my Daily Motion. That picture's on my Daily
Of course
Motion.
it was.
Yeah.
Okay, so
There we go.
so his goal was 100,000. He made 13,340.
I got that right, but I didn't get the 100 grand.
Stacy Gerber was diagnosed with inoperable esophageal cancer in
Oh, it's
October of
terrible.
2014. Due to complications from the disease, he's been hospitalized 3 times already. He will be going into rehab facility as he starts his combination of chemo and experimental drugs. We have had to close our catering business that Stacy started over 30 years ago, creating closing costs and lessening our income significantly. We will also be incurring hospital bills and rehab fees. So this was, let me see if there's a date on this, but no. Here's the update.
Just 8-9 years
He
ago.
died on
On
2015,
the right.
right?
October
Riverdale,
10th,
Monique.
1945.
That's Riverdale, New York.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah. That's-
Yeah, so thank you, Howard, you dirtbag.
Reading that's even sadder than the initial with the
I-
cake.
I
I mean,
mean,
they send the deli
your-
platters for Christ's sake to Gary's
it's
dad's
his
funeral.
blood, and he just let him die penniless and like broken. That's nice.
To be fair, they
It-
did consider the Stacy doll for a minute.
Yeah,
Oh,
good
the Stacy,
job,
the
Monique,
Stacy
going through
puppet.
the
Sorry.
Tom McLaughlin with a 60 spot. Heidi Lewis, you know Heidi. She always comes through.
Never let you down.
That's never
Never
lets
lets
me
you
down.
down.
Yeah, my favorite
Let's see if there's
song.
anybody in the family here. Let's see. Ellen is her last name Gerber? I don't even know.
No, it isn't. It is not Gerber.
Done. It's done. DUNN.
It's Ellen
Oh,
Dunn.
right. Okay. So his name was Stacy Gerber. So whoever Ellen is, that's related, obviously.
Yeah, it's family name. So
A lot of
That's
anonymous.
Right, Crazy, Rob. Medical bills, the number one reason people lose everything.
It's such a shame, really. It's
It
just
really is.
another Ellen, not ours.
Daffy, you son of a bitch. With your
It's Ruby. Ruby always coming through in the clutch. Harvey Gerber, another Gerber. The Gerbers are very big in baby food and donations. Banks, Cohen, Klein, Marks. Yeah, no, I don't see any Stearns here.
no,
Atlee
none.
Hammaker, Rick Mahorn.
Lisa and Bill Glenn gave a grand.
You're a grand. Rabbi coming through as opposed
Ruins-
to Deborah
Deborah
Stern.
Stern.
No.
Deborah
Yes.
Stern.
Oh my God.
Wow.
you, Deborah.
Wow. That's awful.
Ellen
That makes-
Dunn.
Wait,
There she is,
Ellen
Monique.
Dunn.
Ellen Dunn.
Ellen Dunn, $300. Oh my, this is embarrassing.
Oh, my
This is
Martha
utterly
Rubenstein.
embarrassing.
God, this is eerie.
There you go.
It's embarrassing.
much
It
is one
really,
of
he could
Beth's
wipe that out with
initials worth?
one fell swoop. That's
His
nothing.
daughter, and his sister gave money to this guy, and he gave nothing, zero.
Nice.
Zilch.
Good guy. Good guy.
What a
Says,
dirtbag! I mean, he is a dirtbag. Anything negative I say,
This
please
is why
don't
I'm the
anybody
Grim Reaper, Dennis. We
bes-
summon the Grim
besmirch
Reaper.
me.
If you're ever gonna
no,
karma
he's a dirtbag.
police, I know.
You don't do that to family.
no
You have
problem.
money.
Which in the Grim
Surely
Reaper
you
on him.
can, and he did.
He
All
has
right.
a
All right.
$60 million home in
Think
Florida.
about
And he
what
couldn't
Beth
give him. He
wastes
couldn't give him
Dennis, in a
$100 grand. Nice.
One of Beth's necklace probably would have provided health care for a couple months at least.
Just think about what Beth wastes in a week. And what
Yes,
that
that's
could've
right.
done.
Beth donated a Helen Rose T-shirt. That's exactly right, Lucy.
This is just, well, how much?
All right.
Wait, how much did he spend last year on medical care for those stupid cats?
Oh, what's on that?
It was 300 grand,
Oh,
right?
Dennis,
More,
Dennis.
more, because that was only to
Yeah.
one veterinary clinic. There were other ones that were on there that were
It was
part
like
of
a
the same thing
$500,000
Yes.
in veterinary care,
for cats. Yeah.
and he couldn't give his
Already
own
ran a
blood
benefit for him.
$100 grand. Couldn't give him
Go with
100 grand.
50. Go with 50.
$100 grand, whatever.
Go with
It's a few-
25. How about anything?
Anything.
about
He had
anything?
nothing. Dirtbag.
How about anything?
Congratulations, dirtbag.
Yeah.
Did you know Artie did a stand-up benefit for him at Caroline's?
That necklace was $17,900. The one
There
that
you
she
go.
wore.
Jesus Christ.
All right, let's move on.
Wrong.
And again, we're giving you clips from the
What is she
show
saying,
because
Robin?
that's what we're doing. This one, you can all shut your ears now. Here we go.
JD, didn't you get your asshole tongue?
Oh,
Yes,
God.
I have. Yes.
Ate
Why are
dinner.
you pissed off? Well, you're acting like big shot.
He's aggravated because
I don't
you're.
want to fucking
And
talk
by the
about
way-
this.
No way JD's clean back there.
Well, I did take a shower. It was after a comedy show, so yes, I was clean.
And she stuck her tongue up your ass.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
Good. Yeah.
I can't believe
Geez, you
someone did
think
that
he
to
was
you.
talking to him about killing someone? The
Yeah,
way
yeah.
he's carrying.
And by the way,
I'm not looking
just
to get
to
into all this.
Yeah. Okay.
Jesus. I mean,
Yeah, I know. There's nothing to say. There's nothing to
It's
say.
okay.
there's really nothing to say. I'm kind of nauseated. Just
Yeah.
the thought of JD makes me kind of sick.
As you
Bring
should
in
be.
subscribers.
As you should be. Let's follow it up with this one. Here we go.
Because he wants his ass eaten, but his wife's, giving him a no. I go, listen, my wife would not eat my ass. I know that.
You're
I
not
think-
even going to ask,
You're
are
not paying
you?
Enough.
No. God, I don't want to ask. I
How
don't
about
even.
Ralph?
Listen to what he brings up yet again.
Okay.
Who wants rejection? You got to know your customers. You know what I mean? You got to know. You got to kind of know who you're talking to about.
Gotta know your customers. This
Gotta
is
know
like the
the
second
customers.
time in a week
Um,
that they have
yeah.
said that.
Gotta
Which
know
is kinda
customers.
weird.
Listen, him saying that Beth wouldn't eat his ass is not saying she hasn't eaten someone's ass.
That's
oh,
true.
Absolutely.
It's just not his ass.
Omar.
Just not
Omar
his.
gave a lot bigger tip
Yeah, exactly.
than a customer.
Why would
Do
that
you
even
think-
cross your mind if it hadn't happened?
You think Arab Afif didn't ask for that little?
How about that airline pilot that had it
Yeah,
flying
yeah.
on his lap?
Oh, it is time for now to get the jam and the jelly.
Exactly.
Moving on. This was like a stupid phony phone call. It's not even a phony phone call. It's just stupidity.
Oh, it's awful.
By the way, everything that Chris Walding does sucks. Everything that Blit does sucks.
Yep.
Everything these people that he finds to be so incredibly like humorous and filled with entertainment suck. They all suck.
Yeah,
Just
they
a
have-
little bit. 20
they have no
seconds.
talent. They have
Not
no
talent. Here we go. 20
More
seconds.
charisma. Dennis.
President Jimmy Carter.
Yeah, nice to meet Mrs. President Carter.
You see, my medical staff has made a terrible mistake. I've been figured for dead, and I'm calling you from inside my casket. You see, I've been buried alive.
I don't doubt it.
Okay. So first off, the build up to this incredible phone call was like 10 minutes. The call itself was like 5 minutes, and then the after discussion about it was another 10 minutes.
So
he can't even punch down on Bigfoot.
No.
Yesterday on the show, he was berating people that were presenting ideas that if you have to have a long build up, the bit's gonna suck.
And then he built this up
and then
for
he
like
does
15
a 10
minutes.
minute build up.
Yes, that's exactly what happened.
Jackpot.
The more he tries, the worse it is. I mean, it's no more. He has all those Shuley I mean, hearing him kiss Howard's ass had all the memory of Shuley in the Artie chair kissing Howard's ass.
Yes,
Over
yes.
laughing at the most unfunny, crappy jokes he would try to spill with that
Yes.
stilted delivery.
Yes, of course. So, okay. So then after that, they decide to go into a Gary or Bobblebooey is still popular in golf, and how I guess whoever it was that won the golf tournament this weekend is a guy that Gary happens to know, who happens to be a big fan of the show, and they were interviewing him after his big win. And they said, yeah, I see you getting a lot of texts in. Is anybody, if anybody calling you, whatever. And the guy says, yeah, matter of fact, I just got a text, a congratulatory text from Gary Delabate from the Howard Stern Show, from actual Bobblebooey. He actually has Bobblebooey on one of his clubs. I mean, so this guy is like a true fan of the show. And this, for some reason, set Howard off to say this.
I know people. No, it's not even that. It's just
I know people
who Gary texts, like famous people, and like privately they'll say to me, I don't even like that Gary texts me. And I go, well, I'll say something to him. And they go, no, it's okay. I don't want him to be offended. I go,
what? Are you serious? How?
Yeah. So Robin wasn't taking any of this bullshit. Let me give you the follow-up.
But I just want to make sure that you're not abusing.
I think you're making that up. People haven't come to you and say, I don't like Gary texting me.
I don't make stuff up.
Yeah. I mean, it's a total shit thing. And of course, Gary, whose only job is to be the whipping boy for the show. That is his only job.
So the two things with that. First of all, Blobbin finally just having enough of the bullshit. Second of all, Fred with his 1999 AIM sound effect. Jeez, come on, find a text sound effect, you lazy bastard. You have one job. Could you at least work?
Barely one job.
Could you at least work for a minute and find the right sound for
barely
a text
one
message?
job? No,
no. Do you think the staff is allowed to submit Fred drops that they find
No.
clever? Or
No.
he just has total
No.
dominion over that? Like this, they don't even have, it's not up for discussion. This is what Fred wants. I'm going to play something from 1996 and never change it.
They'll give it to him, but I'm sure he'll just be like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
I'll put it
I know
in
better than you,
rotation.
I'm not playing it. Right.
I'll put it
Gives
in
him-
rotation and
That's
then
right.
just never play it again. But you know what? Who knows if they even give him drops? You would think that throughout the show, there's like funny things that people say or something interesting. And they used to do that all the time. They would instantly put something in as a drop, something funny that happened on the show or whatever. And now it just doesn't exist. Just doesn't exist.
But I mean, how lazy do you have to be to use a sound effect from friggin' 1999?
Very lazy. Very lazy.
God damn.
Seriously, think about Fred's job when you think about everybody on that show's
I
job.
say it all the time. He's got the best. It's not Howard. He has the best job in radio.
It's not Robin. Yeah, he's got the
it's not
best
Robin.
job.
He
Well,
does literally nothing. Uh-oh, she froze.
It might even give you Benji. I mean, Jesus Christ, we hear from him. I mean, he doesn't
think
go
Fred-
to meetings. He doesn't show up in the office. Nothing.
True,
People
but
are kind of
Benji-
afraid of Fred for no reason, so he gets left alone.
But
He
the
is
thing
Because
the
yeah,
best
Fred
of
is
the
very
best.
passive aggressive.
Yes.
He's an
But
angry
Benji
man.
only gets maybe 300, 500,000. Fred gets millions. He
Yeah,
does
Fred's seven
nothing.
figures.
Literally nothing
know.
for that money.
Well,
Nothing.
he thinks
Since
he deserves it.
January,
Yeah.
He's probably done like 20 drops since January.
Yeah.
Total.
I say this all the time. You could take him off the show, take his salary, and you could program Howard 101 and give it a nice fat afternoon show with a really good host.
You could
And-
literally AI program those drops.
Yes,
this
you
point.
could.
Oh
You
my
don't even
God,
need him
yes.
anymore. You don't need him anymore.
Yeah,
An
he took
intern could do it.
obsolete. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, he is as obsolete as it comes.
His name is Eric.
Yes.
Yes.
Eric, yes.
Okay, so let's go on.
He's
Hold
the
on one
8-track
second.
tapes of radio.
All right. So this is the announcement for the summers off. Okay. Now, this is the most non-story discussion about him taking off for the remainder of the summer months. Just thrown out there, no thoughts, no anything. Here we go. Casual summer off announcement.
So there is some summer predictions that everybody has been curious about, and I'd like to read them here. For example, over the summer, as you know, we're not here during the summer. We take.
Wait. Oh, sorry.
So there is some summer predictions that everybody has been curious about, and I'd like to read them here. For example, over the summer, as you know, we're not here during the summer. We take a break.
That's it. That's the entirety
We take a break.
of the mention.
There'll be plenty of special programming, though.
No, there won't.
But the question is this, and we can have a round table, whoever wants to weigh in.
Sure.
Will Howard have gotten COVID when we return in the fall?
Who cares?
Wow.
Right.
And the answer is yes, because
Yeah, whatever. Nobody cares.
No one
Howard,
cares.
nobody gives a shit. Seriously, nobody cares. But that's the whole announcement. There you go. That's it. That's all you
Great
get.
question by
Summers
Shaka
off.
Khan, Monique. Whose
Yeah, tell
whose
me.
job is easier, Fred or Vanna White?
Fred.
I go with Fred too.
Because Fred
Yeah.
doesn't have to dress up.
Fred
He
doesn't
can
have to
just literally-
dress.
I go with Fred
Right.
too.
Fred never has to be on air. I mean, on TV. He doesn't have to
No
go makeup.
accountability. Yep.
Yeah.
He literally just is there.
I would dare say, other than like stupid Bobo or Ronnie impersonations, if Fred is on air collectively 15 minutes in a week,
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
it's a
lot.
lot,
That's
yeah.
twice as much as his. Yeah, if that.
7 figures.
There are
7
months where you don't
figures
hear him.
for that.
We
Think about that.
we were doing this show one time. I remember we hadn't heard him for 3 months.
Yeah.
We had to go back and try to find some. I think it prompted the Fred show. In fact.
But John, there was like last month, there were days like in a row where like Fred was not, there were no drops, no nothing.
That's
It was
what I'm
like
saying.
Fred was
I remember
literally not
months, Dennis.
there.
I remember months without him.
Just not there. Just literally like, there's no Fred. And all
Yeah.
of a sudden, like 2 weeks later, he shows up. Like, really?
Yeah, no Fred. Kyle Sierra, no, I did not take that clip of Howard saying that Imus's show was all scripted and shitty.
He said that?
Yeah, apparently he did. He was talking about Al, of course, and talking about how, Imus got this really
funny.
hot girlfriend and he doesn't know
Oh,
how
yeah.
he was able to get a hot girl. And,
So
he
rigorous.
was,
And then the staff there made fun of her because she had one voice, because she was the woman of one voice.
right.
Yeah, so you know what's so funny is the projecting on this is pretty interesting, because I have a feeling that the staff says the same thing about Beef coming on
Yeah.
air
Oh, yeah.
and being a co-host, and yeah.
Oh, I'm sure they roll their eyes every time she's
Oh,
coming on.
yes, they do.
I can't even imagine that it's something that they like.
Quick,
All right, going on.
prediction.
Yeah, go back.
Everybody, will he be back in the studio in September?
No,
Hopefully not.
absolutely not.
No.
I don't
Worst
think
run
so.
company in the universe.
I don't see
absolutely.
how he can excuse it, but I don't think he's coming back.
No, I don't
coming
think so.
back.
I don't think so. And then by like October, November, he'll be back on his way to Florida, and that'll be the end of that. And
If
New Year
anyone
starts.
thinks this show is going to improve simply because he
Oh,
steps
no, I'm
foot
not
in
saying
that
it's gonna
studio,
improve.
I know you don't. I'm saying
I just want him
you
to
are
suffer. I
a rube,
want
you
him
are
to
an
suffer.
idiot, you are a moron if you think you are so naive if you think
I don't think
Wait.
anybody does.
You know what he's
honestly.
going to do? He's going to have more musical guests in, so they have to be in studio, and he doesn't have to be, so it makes it for an easier thing. But this whole dynamic of him being on a Zoom call and the
Right.
other person being in a stage where every other human being is doing the interaction. And Xavier had a good point this morning, and he was talking about how, the writers are still on strike in Hollywood. So
Yep.
there's no nighttime shows. So you would think that with all the summer movies coming out and everything like that, that they need the publicity. They need to
Right,
be
right.
on shows. But
and you know-
Howard is not available for that.
Well, you know what's so funny though is that he had Sarah Jessica Parker, who's completely irrelevant. I mean, she's irrelevant right now. But they have Dial of Destinies coming out this Friday, and it is tracking to be the biggest bomb that Lucasfilm has ever put out. You
That's the
think that
Indiana
they
Jones,
would have?
right?
Don't they think that they would have literally come to him and had
Begged.
somebody on
Begged.
today to try to
Yeah.
promote that show?
Yep.
He
That
doesn't
movie
care.
That's gonna bomb. I mean,
If he
it's gonna
has no
bomb.
interest in the person, intrinsic interest in the person, he doesn't want to interview them. He doesn't care about this
But-
stuff anymore.
I mean, that would at least be semi-relevant. I mean, because honest to Christ,
He doesn't
the-
care.
this Indiana Jones Dial of Destiny is setting up to be a horrible bomb.
It's
and it's
bad.
perfect for him to have somebody on
he
his
actually
show.
claims to be friendly with Harrison Ford, Dennis.
Well, then
I've
why
heard
isn't he
little
on the show?
Howard claims he runs into him all the time. I've heard little rumblings.
Eh.
Then why
I'm
isn't he on
hyper
today?
aware of who Howard's friends with. That was no, I don't know, Dennis. I mean, because
Why isn't he on today if he's so relevant?
Yeah, because they're too lazy. You can't have two guests in the same day. That's crazy, Dennis.
No.
I know.
Two guests
Let alone
in
the same week.
day in a 4-hour
I
show
know.
the same
What's
week.
weird
That's
is Indiana
crazy.
Jones had the best ending of any trilogy,
Yep.
and then they decided to
There's only 3
hey,
movies.
money grab.
There's
And
only 3
then they're
movies.
gonna end
Don't
it
worry.
with 2 clunkers.
That's the way it works. All right. So then after that, he is going to summon Joan Rivers, who sounds exactly like Liza Minnelli, who sounds exactly like that other one. So it's all the same person. But, again, it was horrible. And he made such a big deal of it yesterday. And it was awful. It was
My
awful.
only comment-
Gary
my own-
Dell'Abitio. Gary Dell'Abitio. And then Domino Spiritu, and finally, Rami Malak. Rami Malak. Rami Malak.
God, I'm here. Oh, God, Howard, what is it? Please, can we talk? This better be important, Howard. I was just getting spit roasted by Jack and Bobby Kennedy.
First of all, let me say something. I don't even know what spit roasted is, but it sounds crazy.
Cringe.
Okay, so during this bit, this was so good. I actually wrote a comment going, they should ring a bell when they tell a joke because
So we all know.
I couldn't figure out when the humor was happening.
Yeah.
Do you honestly think he doesn't know what spit roasted means?
No, he does. I don't think he does.
I don't think he does.
He's so out of the comedy loop, he probably doesn't.
Best
Chaka
hits
Khan's
Twitter
right. I
should,
forgive the
fill him
mediocre
in.
impression. If the material is actually funny, we can get past it. I agree 100%.
Let's just think about the fact that Joan Rivers died like 9 years ago already. And there's
And she
probably
wasn't
not a single
relevant 10 years before that.
teenager or early 20s person who knows who she is.
I know.
Like not a one.
Literally
Butera?
10 years
Who's
before
doing
she
that?
died, she was a
I know, I
QVC
think so.
chick.
Exactly. And then she was actually on that Trump show and then The Apprentice a couple of times.
And
I
then
used
she
to see
died.
her in the street and then she died.
Did you really see her in the street, Mike? How does she look in person?
Literally like her makeup is on with a spatula. Like you could take your pen and go like this and all the
Well,
all of
did
it would
you-
come off.
Were you able to see the zipper in the back from them?
She's
pulling it?
actually, you know what? She's actually a little frightening looking in person.
I bet.
Because it's almost like a mask. It's almost like a Mummenschanz kind of mask. Like it's just like a big thing of
Oof.
plaster on your
So
face.
she was like Rocky Dennis from The Mask.
Yes. No joke. And you remember that time I saw Michael Jackson too? I told you the same thing. He was very frightening. He's a scary person in person. I don't know how 5-year-olds
What was the context of Michael Jackson, just out of curiosity?
So I was at my job and one of my girlfriends came to me and said, Mo, check it out. Michael Jackson is downstairs. There was a really famous, it was called Midtown Comics. It was a famous comic book store down the block from my office. And, Michael Jackson's at Midtown Comics. So I was like, oh my God, let's go see. So, I ran downstairs. I ran over to the store and he had been in there apparently a little while and there was a big crowd gathered outside. And so he was just walking out as I was coming over to see what all the brouhaha was. At first, he was a little bit taller than I thought he would be. Like, I didn't think that he was,
Like
he was taller than
6'1".
me. I don't know how tall he was, actually.
He was like
6'1",
5'10", 5'11", right?
Is it?
Something
Is that
like
all? I thought he was 6. Yeah.
I thought he was short. I thought he would be like my height.
Does he wear the
And so
lifts?
it was at the time where his nose was literally falling off and he had a mask on, like down here, not above his nose. And he had tape all over his nose. And his nose was literally like almost not there, like almost like Artie's nose. It was just this little tiny nubbin of nose with had to be like 20 Band-Aids on top of it. Literally the Band-Aids were like what built the nose bridge up so that it actually looked like it was a nose. And his eyes were, he had so much plastic surgery, like so much that his, in a normal human being, hold on, I'm going to make myself close up and I hate doing this, but hang on.
What
Solo
year did he
laugh.
die? 08, 09?
In a normal human being, you don't see the whites underneath your eyes. Like it just, your bottom lid just covers the very bottom of your eyeball.
Correct, yeah.
And that's how most of the time you can tell when somebody's had like plastic surgery, is because then you can all of a sudden see the under portion of their eyes. So you see what I'm doing right now? So Michael's eyes were literally like down here. Like you could see. So that's what his eyes look like. His nose was completely like covered with Band-Aids. He had a mask on. And I'm telling you, he was as scary as can possibly be. He was like a scary looking person.
I don't know, all the whites around as all the whites around the pupils usually is like also a crazy chick because they have the white, the full whites. So,
if you have bug eyes and you're predisposed to that, I can understand that. But
crazy chicks have that, so yeah. But yeah.
But
so
the understanding is that he was scary.
He's as frightening as human.
And he was with that little what was that little black kid's name?
Emmanuel
Webster.
Emmanuel,
Webster.
you're kidding me.
Emmanuel Webster, right?
He was with Webster, who,
you
by the way,
serious?
if he came up to my knees, he was tall. He was
Did he
with
have
that
the
little.
chin?
Wow.
No, he was just
No
with
Bobo?
and he had like 6 security guards. and they just got into a limo and
That's
went
it,
off
man.
to like
If
wherever
you
they were
didn't
going.
say Michael Jackson there, I would swear you were talking about Howard. We should do. I mean, we've talked about this for years. A Michael Jackson Howard compare. They have so many similarities. It is eerie. From the vanity to
John, you're
everything you just
ignorant.
described, it is eerie. The bodyguards.
Yes, he was so. Oh my God! And he was
Like a pencil?
as white as this. Like he was
No.
like ghostly white. So imagine if you. I can't even imagine a kid wanting to say yes. I want to hang out with this ghoulish-looking, plastic surgery-laden ghoul. I mean, he was a ghoul. I'm telling you,
Money,
his
baby,
skin was like
money.
this color, but sallow. You know what I mean? He was like white, but it had like this undertone of like almost yellow. It was gross. He was gross. And I was like,
It's
I had
amazing what
no
money-
idea.
Amazing what money can do.
Oh my God. It's just like frightening.
Was Webster's, fly
2010.
open?
Thank you, Autobot. He died 2000. That 13 years ago. Wow.
You know
That's
what?
a
No
weird death.
celebrity is really that good looking. None of them. Like and they're shockingly short.
How about
you know,
Hugh Jackman?
I'm 5'8". You know, on a really good day, I'm like 5'8", but I would say I'm 5'8". And there are most celebrities are like my height or shorter. And most celebrities have gigantic heads. Like they're like lollipops. You know, they're super skinny. They have giant heads and they're short. And
You
that's
said Hugh Jackman lived up to the legend.
yes, Hugh Jackman was very
Oh,
handsome.
right?
oh, he's Australian.
Wolverine is an age.
Yes, he's very handsome in person. I will tell you, I saw Brad Pitt in person, and his skin is so
Yeah.
gross.
Yes.
It's all pockmarked. He's kind of disgusting. I'll tell you who's really handsome in person too, Keanu Reeves. Really,
Oh, I believe
really,
that.
really
Yeah.
handsome. And dates really normal looking girls too. We saw him out
Dude,
at a
He's
restaurant.
going to be 60 next year. Isn't that crazy?
What?
Unbelievable.
69,
Wait,
Swear to
wait.
God.
Keanu Reeves gonna be
That's-
60 next
I swear
year?
to God, he's going to be 60
Jesus
next year.
Christ.
That's unbelievable. I just can't believe
Couldn't
that.
look any better for that age.
All right, moving on.
Let's move on.
Let's hear about the big guests that they're going to have in summer school, and this is going to really shock you because they're really exciting. Here we go.
Talk to her in a minute. I also want to just tease a few things. Coming up on Howard 101, Gary and Rasan will host Stern Show Summer School for July and August. That's starting July 10th with a phenomenal, great event featuring the band OAR.
Oh.
Massive talents there. Also, right up on the app now, we have a video special. Norm Macdonald on the Stern Show over the years. We assembled the best moments from Norm's 12 appearances on this show. Now on the Howard Stern section of the SiriusXM app. Yes, Gary, you want to say something?
I do. I just want to say on Summer School, we have two unbelievable, very difficult to get guests on this summer. One will be Fred Norris, and the other one will be Robin Quivers.
Wow.
An exclusive.
They've been great when they're on. And last year we did it. Robin and I did it like an hour and a half.
Wow.
3 times a week during the early Sirius years. That's not.
Wow. So let me ask you a question. If Gary is doing that and Rashawn is doing that, what does that diabetic, disgusting disgraziata of a man,
Nothing.
Jen Hine, do for the summer?
Nothing.
He's writing Howard questions for next
Yes.
year.
He's off.
For next year.
He's
For
off.
for Jelly Roll.
Yeah.
Who will be
Yeah,
in October.
We should
He
explain
gets a
that. You
pass.
can't emphasize that enough. The reason Howard's interviewers are so by the numbers and boring is because that automaton is writing him questions.
Oh, so
it doesn't
boring.
come up enough. We bring it up, and it's not common knowledge, and people should know. One of the reasons it's not Jackie writing the questions, it's John Hine, and that's why you got what you got here.
Yeah, he's his go-to guy now.
Yep.
So, yeah, whatever. All right, so then he's announcing Sarah Jessica Parker's coming in. They had a series of commercials that went on for forever. But here's my curious question. Who's the announcer these days? Because I heard this yesterday, and I was like,
weird.
who is this?
Let's hear it.
Here we go.
Coming up next,
That's Sarah Jessica Parker. She's got something on me.
Howard's in-depth interview with actress and producer Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yeah, who is that?
Play it
I
again, Mooney.
could-
Can you make it a little louder?
Yes.
He has several more. Coming up next.
Coming up next,
That's Sarah Jessica Parker. She's got something on me.
Howard's in-depth interview with actress and producer Sarah Jessica Parker.
Who that?
I think it's some back office stooge we don't know trying to get in the voiceover business.
I feel
I-
like whoever it was who used to do the voiceovers, which was an actual voiceover person, he
Yes.
decided not to pay anymore and
Yeah.
just gave the job to somebody in the
It's a
background.
that's a back office person.
It sounds like he's trying to do some great value Casey Kasem impression with that cadence.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, and those
Two.
buffers, those bumpers that they do with trying to leading up to the interview is so annoying.
It's so
'cause
annoying.
They do four
Yes.
of them.
It's so
Four
corny.
of them.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it's like
So-
it's a 10-minute break. You don't need four of these to let me know who's coming up next.
And it's Sarah
Really?
Jessica Parker, for God's sakes. You
And,
know,
and she's been on a couple times already.
it's not like you have Obama coming in, for God's sakes. It's Sarah
Yeah,
Jessica
I mean,
Parker.
It's Horseface coming.
Okay,
the
so then
original-
Sarah Jessica Parker comes in, and this conversation tells you
Yeah.
everything you need to know
Oh God.
about the interview. And it really disgusted me that this is how the conversation went. I'm going to break this up a little bit because it's a long clip.
It's bad,
So
though.
let's talk about it in the midway point. Here we go.
You know, where we live.
So he's talking about Billy Joel, and he asked Sarah Jessica Parker if she's ever met Billy Joel, and she's like, "No, but it's one of those things that I would love to." And oh well, maybe it's in the clip. Let me
And so I would have thought
like
maybe you got together with him socially. See, when I think of Sarah Jessica Parker, I think you have access to everyone. Everyone wants to be your friend. Everyone I know wants to be your
No,
friend.
no.
Everyone I know wants to be your friend.
I don't know that to be true, but I used to have I used to imagine that someone had arranged for like a significant birthday, a milestone. I think they're gonna get Billy Joel. He's gonna be at my birthday.
You know what I'm gonna do?
That's so cute. It's so cute that you could pay like $1 million for somebody to sing at your birthday party. It's so cute.
I know.
I'm going to do this.
Don't go out of your way on my behalf. I beg.
Yeah, here's Mr. Big Shot now. Here he goes.
Here's what I'm going to do.
Nice
Seriously.
Billy Joel reference,
Because
Monique.
Billy
Very
comes over
nice.
my house a lot for dinner.
Does?
Yeah, because he loves coming to my house for dinner because dinner is wrapped up quickly. I mean, like, what he loves, it's not necessarily that I'm that interesting. He just goes, you know what's great about you? Always have good food. We eat dinner at 5.
Billy Joel is a pathetic, disgusting alcoholic. Allegedly.
Well, you know what? The only good thing about that is that it's a quick ride on his motorcycle, drunk, back to his house to crash.
Yeah.
5:30. I'm out by 7:30 at the latest. Yeah, and he's like, that's enough of you. That's enough of everybody, and it's perfect. And I don't ask him to play the piano or anything like that. And I'm gonna arrange
Oh
something
my gosh.
where we'll get together
Oh
with
my
Billy.
gosh.
My wife's birthday's coming up soon, so maybe I'll get you and I'll get your husband and I'll get
my
Billy and I'll get some other people, so it won't seem so awkward.
Oh, you're so good to me. God.
And then you'll sit there with
Double
them.
date.
It'll be good.
That would be a thrill, but please, there's no burden. It just being able to talk about it and get it off my chest.
But let me ask you something. Should we invite Andy Cohen to the party with
Most
Billy Joel?
assuredly.
Most assuredly. Yes, you should definitely invite him.
hate
And would just be one big happy family out
I
in
got
the
an idea. How
Hamptons.
about a drunk driving drag race with Billy Joel versus Matthew Broderick?
Exactly.
Right?
That's easy to do
they
because
play
all you
chicken,
need to
they
do
play
is
chicken.
give Billy Joel the keys to your car, and he will
I know.
immediately
I mean,
crash it.
how many motorcycles has Billy Joel laid down? I mean, seriously.
He
this dude
is-
should like.
Yeah,
should
he
never
is.
ride a motorcycle again.
He really should not be given the keys to anything that has a motor.
Jesus.
I think Jackie can hook that up faster. That's Oyster Bay is where his motorcycle shop is, Dennis. That's
Yes.
just 2 miles away from the Joke Land.
My favorite Billy Joel story is that when Christy Brinkley left him, she didn't leave him
Took
with
everything.
anything except for his piano and his bed. That's it.
Yes,
She took
yes.
absolutely everything out of the house. Absolutely everything. And he deserved it because he was like a disgusting, angry, drunk guy. So yeah, go fuck yourself. All right. And then to wrap everything up, we want to listen to the shitty end of the show because it was there. I mean, it's as lackluster as all of you think it was. It really is. Here we go. Let me get there.
Well, that's it for our show today. Thank you, everybody. And now let's end the show on what everyone's been waiting for. I did promise it. An inspiring message for the summer from J.D. Harmeyer. Go ahead, J.D. What is your message this year for the people in 2023 for the summer? Go ahead. The mic is yours. The mic's yours. The mic's yours. I will not interrupt. Go ahead.
You can interrupt. No, everyone have a nice time. Just have fun. Just do whatever you want. Let's bring a lot more positivity into the.
Did we lose the YouTube feed?
I don't think.
I'm watching YouTube right now. We're fine.
Because all I see on the thing is Twitch.
I have YouTube. I'm watching.
Oh, in
YouTube
terms of
on my
comments,
tablet right
Winnie?
now.
Yeah, all I
Might
have
be
is
their
Twitch.
glitch. It could be the glitch on their end. Yeah, I see I see what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying? It's
Yes,
like,
I do. It's all G Canada talking to himself.
Roll the negativity.
Hang on.
Wear your sunscreen. It's hot out there. You don't want the sunburn.
Maybe you should tell people
There
to
you
keep their ass clean in case a gal wants to eat from
Sure,
it.
yeah. If you guy or girl, in case
All right.
you want to
There
have
go.
your ass eaten. Good luck. All right, goodbye. Thank you.
There it is. If you want to, there's the words of inspiration. You want to get your ass eaten. Good luck. The summer of mumble, we're calling it. Thank you, JD. All right,
horrible,
and
how horrible.
we'll leave it at that. Thank you.
Guitar
Leave it at
virtuoso
that.
Nuno Betancourt of the band Extreme is coming to Howard 101.
Thank you,
Yeah, I
Nuno.
bet you that's
Selecting
like
the songs
Steve
and
Witty or
solos
something.
that influenced his guitar playing.
Edward Van Halen changed the way we all play guitar.
Nuno Betancourt's
Wow.
songs I Want to Hear.
Monique, you remember behind the music?
yes,
That voiceover guy. That's what it sounds like he's trying to do. Some cross between.
So
yes, you're right.
Howard couldn't pick out Nuno Betancourt in a lineup.
In a
with,
lineup.
like 3 people. I mean,
Has
seriously,
Extreme been
I
on
mean,
the show,
come on.
Dennis?
No,
I mean, they
no, of course
literally
not. He's
were
not
done
famous
by
enough.
1991.
He
'Cause that
mentioned
was-
them earlier this year. I remember he was talking about Extreme. Was that the name of the
Gary Sharon replaced Sammy Hagar and Van Halen, and that's the last time we've heard it. But I mean, Betancourt. I mean, you're talking about Extreme hasn't had it 91. That's the Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Yeah, I mean that literally
soundtrack.
it is 30-something years ago. This is
What is
so
that?
irrelevant. It might as well
Tom
not be played.
Morello and Nuno. They love like
But
Guitar
here's
Heroes.
the thing. Here's the thing, you guys. So this is so weird that we have no chats from YouTube. It's like freaking me out a little
I
bit.
actually posted on there and nothing happened.
Yeah, see, it's not coming up. Here's the thing. Nothing else was mentioned. Like there was the summer school thing.
Yeah.
There was the
There's
Norm
nothing.
Macdonald thing, and then this Nino Betancourt, and that's it. There's nothing else planned for the summer. There's nothing in the kicker.
Over 2 months, and there's literally no content from the highest paid person on Sirius, a company that is bleeding money like no business has ever bled money before.
The highest paid broadcaster.
Yeah.
Period.
Highest paid person at Sirius.
Entertainer.
Anywhere.
Entertainer.
Anywhere.
He's
Highest-
on Forbes. He was #1 on Forbes.
Yeah.
And and there is absolutely 0.0 content for it's like what 10 weeks? 10
And he's doing
weeks.
this, Dennis, under
Nothing.
protest. Like it's not like he is passionately saying this. It's like he's too cool to tell you what's going to be. He's trying to do the thing where he steps away and does the Jewish exit. But this is under. He doesn't want to tell you what it sounds like. There's no passion in his voice. And is there anything worse than JD and Ronnie? I say this all the time. Are the worst things to happen to this show. It
Absolutely.
doesn't come up nearly enough. His obsession with them, his horrible self-indulgent obsession with them, is the worst thing to happen to the show in the fucking minutes.
They give nothing. They give
They
absolutely
give nothing. Yes.
You know,
No
and-
talent,
and,
no
you know,
charisma.
No.
And shame on SiriusXM's management because your company is almost $14 billion in debt. You just basically had to scrap something you bought for over $325 million only a few years ago because you couldn't use it right. Your growth is stopped. It's actually gone backwards. And you let your highest paid person give you nothing for 10 weeks.
It's
nothing.
a very personification of a deal with the devil that Mephistopheles can't explain in 2004, where you're just firing people and people which have, Barstool Sports and McAfee and all these shows. And for this guy, because he's eating up, 60% of the revenue on the whole
Yeah.
on all the channels?
Pretty much,
It's,
yeah.
it's
And
very
half the space.
It's very 2007 of them to believe that
Yes.
Howard is the
Yes.
savior of their stations. And I do believe though that if Howard doesn't sign again, I
will.
absolutely
He will,
believe
though.
that they will lose a bunch of subscribers. I mean, us included.
Who? Who did
I
they
don't,
lose?
I don't know.
There's
I
no
don't
one
know.
left. No one's
What
subscribing.
do you do, Monique? You cut him out and replace him with stuff, or you just cut him out?
Who
And
do you
then
replace him with?
if you don't?
Do you realize there are 2 tiers that do not have him at all?
Yeah.
Do not have him at all.
Right.
And I mean, they're going to sign him again just because of the insanity that's going on there. But I can't imagine he has more than 10,000 listeners.
But he's
total
insulated from
at
all
this week.
criticism and public and social media metrics and all that stuff. They don't ever throw in his face, and they know no one's list. They have to know. They literally have a survey, and the first question is Howard Stern is not on the air, and the show's not what it used to be. It's the first question when people cancel.
Yes.
They know exactly what it is, and they can't do a thing about it because they're hamstrung from that deal they signed.
If I was made CEO of that company, the first thing I'd do is fire him. I wouldn't care what the repercussions were. I would
He
just
has
fire
it
him.
ironclad where you can't. That's why.
Because
Yeah.
I would get back all that space and just whatever it costs, it doesn't matter because you're on a sinking ship. You got to do something at this point.
I don't know. They own the reruns. They should be playing them unedited.
They don't.
Who has
They
them?
don't. But they have them. But he controls them somehow.
Okay, so
which is insane.
If
He
he's
controls
gone
them.
tomorrow, then what?
What
Does
do you
he
think
get
about
them
the
back?
conversation?
You play
that's
them.
been going
You just
on?
play the reruns then.
Yeah, just play
What
the
do you think
reruns.
about
They
the
own 'em,
conversation
you're right.
that's been going on where he knows how bad the show is, and he's doing this on purpose because he didn't get his bonus? I think he's lost all self-awareness of what comedy and entertainment is.
Oh,
But there's that theory that he knows it's this bad, and he's sabotaging his own show just because he can, and just because he can still get paid and do whatever he wants and make it all about him. And do you think he has any awareness of how this? Do you believe in that? I don't either. I think he's lost it.
I just want to make a general announcement. So you guys who are listening to us on YouTube, for some reason we can't see your chat on the air right
on
now.
ours, but it is up. I just checked it.
You did?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm looking at it on my tablet right now.
And you see it rolling?
I see it,
Yes,
yeah.
correct.
Okay, so it's
Rupert Pumpkin wants nonstop Iron Chic. I'll agree with that.
That's amazing. Yeah, so just know that chat is not working for us. It's only for some reason Twitch followers, which is basically G Canada. And
But if you go onto regular YouTube, you can see the chat moving.
well, that doesn't help me because I can't go on there while we're doing this. So guys know that we know you're there. It's just that I can't read the chat right now. Okay, sorry about that.
Shellback Club wants to know if we're going to do any Radio Gunk show on the Fred and Robin Summer School. Somebody would have to listen to it to actually do it.
We can do that.
You're going to do that because I'm not
I
going to
just
listen.
sent you a show idea. And if you check your PMs, when you can after this.
PMs, DMs, texts.
No, PMs on
I'm so
Radio
confused.
Okay, so Xavier and I are working on a couple of Gunk in the Night. I want to do some cleaning out the computer though, because there's some things I wanted to get to.
Tons.
Oh my god, I have like 7 gigabytes.
And the drinking show.
And the drinking show for sure.
The drinking show, AMA. Drinking show, AMA.
Give me something about Sarah Jessica Parker. There's way too many clips. I'm not going to play 10 of them. But
you asked me to
yes,
do
I know.
this.
No, I know.
They went all the way through the night, and all of him calling her a butterface and all. Could you imagine someone doing this to you over the years? And they're really quick clips, and then still maintaining a friendship.
No.
I'll leave it up to the guys. I mean, I love them all. They're all my kids. I gave you the.
Let me see what I got here.
The answer machine with Jennifer Grey.
You put out a listing of the world's unsexiest women, Maxim magazine.
I have it right here. The most unsexy woman in the world is just Sarah Jessica Parker.
Do you feel that?
She's no spring chicken. Oh my God! Yeah, I mean, is she the sexiest woman in the world? No. Is she the unsexiest woman in the world? Should she cut off that giant mole on her face? Yes, of course. We all know she should. I know she.
Brutal.
Wow, this is like what 2008 or so.
This is for women.
Yeah,
who have incredible bodies and really bad faces.
40 years old.
I was trying to think of who is the best example of a butterface when I was, I disagree.
How about Sarah Jessica Parker?
I don't think her
You know what? I met her in person. She's a bitch and thinks she's way hotter than she is because she is a bit of a butterface. But you can tell she's got major attitude. It comes out, you got a bag on your head, you're in a bikini. We look at you, we go, man, your body's great. And then,
on the body.
Right. And if you got a really bad face, you're getting 25 G's.
I remember that contest, as a matter of fact.
2003.
Does it get any worse than that? How do you come back?
No,
from
that's
that?
pretty brutal. I mean, honest to Christ. I mean, if she had any integrity, she would never talk to this dude
There's
again.
nothing
I mean, that's brutal.
ironic about it. Just mean-spirited.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
You're an ugly broad with a good body. I mean, that's.
Hey, Xavier, how did you just post that?
You know what? I did was I refreshed my browser, and it showed everybody. And if you do that, the thing will go off. But it's definitely on the regular YouTube. It's scrolling faster than on the
Okay, but you can post it. You can post from your side then, yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? I'd have to refresh every time because.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Because like the last thing I'm seeing is Jack Enrod, and he's already scrolled past the thing on the YouTube.
Okay. All right, moving on.
There's a lot of Canada right
I think I'm responsible for getting Sarah Jessica Parker to calm down at an award show and act her age, and also now we just got to get a hold of Goldie Hawn and tell her to mellow out.
Goldie. I don't even know what that's about. That was completely out of context.
It was a spillover of her award shows being histrionic. And he used to spend a great deal of time just analyzing how she was at award shows and making fun of her, going on, and I can't believe I won. And Mario.
Yeah, she's very that way. Yeah. She's very breathy and affected.
All right, who's next?
Raise it a little more.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Hi, can we ask a question for CBS? How
This
are
is
you?
John.
Hey, should we be in Kosovo?
Hey.
Should we be in Kosovo?
No. What are you doing?
Oh, it's a political.
Should we be in Kosovo? Yeah, I tend to think that we have a responsibility to protect human life.
I'd bang her.
Do you think OJ faked his attack?
What are you talking about?
You know that OJ claimed that he was like almost robbed and stuff. Did you hear about that?
No.
Yeah.
I didn't. I gotta go, buddy.
Have you ever smoked marijuana? Take care, Sarah. Talking about your show.
Pardon me?
Yeah, how we're talking about your show.
No.
Thank you. How's Matthew? All right.
Yeah, he's doing well, thank you.
Have you ever smoked marijuana?
No.
All right, take care, Sarah.
No, he asked about do you ever bang a black guy at the end?
I can't. All right.
Her voice is very
grating.
Annoying.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's annoying. Wow.
What was the other one we just looked at? Who would you kill?
Sex in the
No, Sex in the City. Robin, who would you kill on Sex in the City? I said Gary.
Actually, the number one vote was Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yeah. Really? Yeah. And then they give reasons why. It's great. Nick, I'm not attracted to her. She is sexless to me. I'm sure physically. Yet I find her. I don't even think I could.
Sometimes she said doesn't.
Yeah, not me.
Okay. Sorry, I'm getting told to raise it up louder and
That's okay.
Lower it.
It is what it is.
1990s quality. What do you want?
Yeah.
But my God, though, he's savage. I mean, honestly, savage.
It's endless, Dennis. I couldn't even get
savage.
it all.
I
had
know.
to stop
He's
myself.
savage. I heard the shows.
Yep.
Oh, I love this one.
savaged her.
This is the one where Sarah asks him about the kids.
Yeah.
I love this.
Silence.
What I didn't realize in this is one of the rare times he invokes Deborah's wedding. Deborah's wedding is forced out of him here, which he never brings up. People always ask, why didn't he bring up Deborah's wedding? This is the only one of two times, and I have the other one there if you want to play that.
Okay, here we go.
With Sting.
I think my daughters worship you. I mean, like literally, when I told my daughters I was going to be talking to you today, she was out of her mind with
Where
it.
are your daughters? What are their ages? What do they do?
I have a 33-year-old.
Oh my
I have a
Lord.
30-year-old. I have a 23-year-old.
Wowza. So, what are their lives like? What are
They're fantastic kids. I mean, this is about you. But
are they in the tri-state area? I mean, are they?
They're all over the place. One wants to be a nurse. The other one is in the social work, and there's a lot going on. And
do they have partners, romantic?
Yes. Oh yeah. One of my daughters just got married.
Yes, they date successfully.
Yeah, there's a whole thing.
So you managed. You have an unpredictable career, and you managed to raise 3 girls, and they turned out well. And
They did.
So
Yeah, you're a lot better than me.
Wow.
I love it. She goes. Do they have? It's almost like she was trolling her a little bit. Like, do they have partners? And he goes. Yeah. But
I don't think she knows enough about Howard's life to troll him.
That's the best part.
I think they were like actually really innocent questions.
He was truly hummina. He was just hummina.
How great when Sarah goes, what about Emily? What's your partner
What
like?
about Emily, indeed?
All right, then I have
successfully.
They date successfully. So I have a video component one. This with Sarah Jessica Parker versus Kim
He tries
Cattrall.
to start trouble with Kim Cattrall and Sarah Jessica Parker about money.
You wanted the same money as Sarah Jessica Parker. That's what held up the second movie.
That's not true.
It isn't true.
No, it's not.
Dispel that,
I never asked for what Sarah got because Sarah was a producer. I felt that what they were offering the 3 of us, without a script, without a start date, was not fair on that show and being such an integral part, not just playing the parts, but we inspired so many of the storylines.
You please heard that HBO is infamously cheap in the sense that they will get, first of all, when they signed you guys up, no one knew it would be a hit.
Everybody's making a lot of money, and you think, well, I'd like to make some money too.
Can you go to someone like Sarah Jessica Parker and say, listen, we're sisters in this. We all contribute. This is why the show is successful. Let's go in together as a team and negotiate. Or did she say, hey, fuck off?
Oh, like you did with Jackie.
I was going to say
Robin
that,
and,
exactly. Like
and
he
Fred.
does with his staff. Right.
Yeah.
Just like
That's your problem. I've got a good deal.
That sadly,
should Sarah have fought for you more?
I wish she had of. Yes.
She wish she did.
I wish she did.
Did she say anything?
No, it was never discussed.
Wow.
That ain't good.
Love
right?
that.
You hear that? That's about as
Damn,
bad
he's
as
a
it gets.
savaged her at every corner.
She comes on the show 5 years after that, by the way. So that's from 2011.
I love that. Okay, so here's what I got left before we leave for the night. I have Gary's wedding, dancing, parts 1, 2, and 3, which are really delicious, and that's a video component. I have Deborah's marriage mentioned to Sting. I have
that one. Okay.
Fake prank calls 1 and 2.
That's okay. That's just kind of like proving the pranks are fake. That's them going. We have to call them first. It's not
How about
really...
the Sting one?
I did that for cleaning out the computer because they were playing pranks yesterday.
Okay, so I'm going to move through that. Howard makes Sal sabotage Jason's wedding, the marriage mentioned to Sting, and then Gary's wedding dancing.
I like the Sting one, because it's timely with the Sarah Jessica Parker thing.
Well, it's a rare mention of Deborah's wedding
and
too.
yeah, the Deborah's wedding, which never gets talked about.
Here we go.
It's a noble concept. If you love someone, set them free. Yeah.
What does that mean?
But we can't.
Are you singing that to your band, though?
I don't think he loved that.
No, they should have loved him enough.
Well, the full phrase is, if you love somebody, set them free, and if they really love you, they'll come back.
That's right. But you do have to set someone you love free. You have to let them have their own space.
We have to evolve as human beings. I think it's part of the marriage vow, which is wrong, is that you will remain the same right as you are right now, and none of us do. All of us evolve.
My daughter got married, and she in her wedding vow said, "I promise to change."
Yes.
And I thought that was right. Didn't she say that?
Yes.
I said, "Where did she learn that?"
I was amazed at that.
From you. She learned it from you.
I don't think they learned anything from me.
Sting is not part of the family anymore, huh?
No, he is not.
He hasn't been on in a long time.
He used to come in all the time.
Him and his wife used to be on all the time.
Trudy, because I was sending out in the emails when we were talking about the mention, is that I think something, obviously he did something to piss Sting off, and that was the end of that, because this is like the last time he was on, right? 2018 or so, 2017?
2016, Dennis. Yeah,
Yes,
he got married.
yeah, earlier.
And then Sting went, yeah, I've had enough of you, and done.
That was it.
That was it.
Never
No
to be
more.
seen. Although, to be fair, we haven't really seen or heard from Sting in a while anyway, just in
He's
life.
slightly off the radar. Yeah, I was thinking that
Well,
too.
he
You don't
did
see him
some
much.
things.
He just
He
started.
He
did.
got honored. He got honored at the CBS
Yeah.
tribute or something.
And he
what is that
did
award?
Only Murders in the Building. He was in that TV
He
show.
was in that. So, I mean, that's kind of weird because he did bring in Steve Martin and for that show.
They're
and-
so synonymous, Dennis. Sting and Steve Martin. That Lorne Michaels circle jerk.
Yes.
Yeah, but I
Right,
mean,
yeah.
so obviously Sting is just not happy with him about something. So
Yeah, something weird happened there, or else he'd have him on again.
Aaron Taylor writes, Sting won't come in unless he's given 40 minutes to play a harp.
Wow.
Right. Right.
Sumner.
Okay, so let's
I
end the
dream
show.
of lay.
I love that song. Let's.
When you see the guy behind Gary, that's his best friend Frank. Do you and Dennis remember we had a group text and I was badgering Casey about Gary's friend Frank for about 3 hours, and I had to stop myself. I caught myself. I was in like a waiting room, a general physician waiting room. I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing? I got to stop. I had to stop, cut myself off.
You have to stop
Asking
yourself
him-
from Frank abuse. That's basically what you did.
Gary and
looks like
Frank
any-
drive down the Hempstead Turnpike.
Frank looks
looking
like
at the
Eddie
puppy.
Gindaloon.
I know.
Oh,
I know.
with the handlebar mustache.
him.
I just love it.
This is
I love
a
everything
pure
about
Gindaloon.
With
All
the
right.
Tennessee top hat.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, so just for shits and giggles, we're going to play Gary's wedding
Yeah, this is-
videos as we have them
And
here.
compare Robin's dancing to Lizzo. And Chaka Khan's right. At least Lizzo can get down a flight of stairs, unlike Howard.
All right, here we go.
We had hired him for the wedding, and I said, "Great." Meaning we hired him, but what I didn't realize he helped me get a DJ.
Wait, did you break this up? It's so broken
Yeah,
up.
I just put the dancing. I just cut her around.
He hired my DJ service, not me. I used one of my DJs to entertain at his wedding.
About a month went to Ganji's college graduation party, and I told Howard, and Howard talked about it on the air. So we talked about what happened then was Jackie the joke man, who's always playing practical jokes on everybody, went up to Scott at the table and said, "Listen, Gary changed the wedding."
And I don't know if it was Jackie or somebody went up to Scott and said,
It just ended up being fun. It seemed like I could have gotten mad about it, but it was so fun. And it ended up with me and Fred and Jackie dancing on the bar.
Oh my God! Yeah,
Every big circle that should have opened up naturally, and Robin was dancing.
Robin was on the dance floor a long time.
The greatest GIF
out
ever.
there partying all night. I mean, you know what showed up.
Robin, when she dances, it's like might kind of give you an idea of what she would be like
and Ronnie
if one were to bed her. So you'll have to be asking Mr. X if she's as good in bed as she is on the dances tremendously.
That's what I hear, and I've always heard that I look pretty funny dancing, but I've never seen this, and I probably.
Jesus.
I love that. I love that GIF of her dancing.
Me too.
I love it. It's one of my favorites.
Me
honest
too.
to God.
Me too. I love it. Yeah.
I didn't know where it came from for a lot of years, and now I do. This is Gary's wedding.
I love it. All right, let's move on.
It's a Kylie Minogue song.
Ronnie.
With the mullet.
My dance moves when I'm low is that dance fever. Yeah, you give me a couple of drinks and just turn on the music.
The moves that I
behind them.
A combination
Probably a
of
niece.
John Travolta.
Yeah, I wouldn't do
and
that.
Martian. I mean, that's
could be
pretty much my
Mary's. That's a good
Planet
GIF,
of the
right?
Apes face. That's Cornelius from Planet of the Apes. So that's a face.
Yeah,
he made.
just right, John.
So he did his
There you go.
Cornelius face, and then he went into dancing.
Yeah,
Look at me. I'm Stuttering John. He's always been like that.
I think I saw him moonwalking at one point.
Dominic Barber dances fairly well.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, let me move
The
on.
next one is they're all obsessed with impressing Howard at the wedding. So
that's pathetic.
He's too cool for school, and he's wearing sunglasses inside. And
yeah, of course.
Well, for a heavy guy.
He likes, especially when Dominic is around Howard, anything goes. He'll just do about anything he can to get the attention and the love from Howard.
Look at that hairpiece.
A lot of the people copy Howard, and I think they all thought they'd be cool too with their dark glasses, wearing them even indoors at a party. Howard always did it, but I think at the time they were just trying to be Howard.
Dominic's no reason for people to be wearing sunglasses indoors at 8 o'clock at night. Well, Howard maybe.
I don't wear spin. Dominic, I don't know. He was just trying to be like Howard, probably as usual.
Howard came to my wedding, and he had fun. He definitely had fun. He's not the kind of person to get out and get on the dance floor. It wasn't at the time.
Back then,
Howard don't know.
He was kind of a wallflower. He would dance. He would participate. He would move around. Maybe he was self-conscious, or he was embarrassed, or he was trying to be cool.
He's great, on the radio. And Howard doesn't like to draw attention to himself.
Well, that was
Richard Simmons.
Richard Simmons is there?
Yeah.
Dude. Wow.
So one of the things that I'm
Michigan
always
State.
proud about, and Howard to this day, an example when he always says that.
Everybody enjoyed it. It was a great reception. It was awesome. I mean, it was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of group in a social setting like that where we really sort of let loose.
It's always a great day when we can all get together on the show for something other than
just socializing at the time, but somehow it always creates great stories for.
Do I not have the review of Stuttering John's wedding anywhere?
I ask you about that all the time. You did it. You did a crossover episode, and the thing just vanished. The only one that might have it is Johnny Bye Bye.
I feel like Carl has it. I think he did a review of it, but I should put it up on our channel. Yeah, I think so.
I think you promised him to get it.
Wait, on YouTube, Laundry Room. This is the greatest comment. Fred dancing like Patrick Bateman right before he killed Paul Allen.
That's
perfect.
It looked like if they were central casting for To Catch a Predator.
Yeah, totally. Everybody there looked super creepy and hairy. Like,
yeah, that was.
But
literally,
think about
you could do a
it.
sting outside that place and probably make 10 arrests.
That's quite possibly the only time the entirety of the crew
I know.
was together for a wedding.
Fred hasn't been to an event since.
So for various reasons, some of them weren't at John's wedding, and then as more people got married, nobody went to them anymore, and that
Only
was it.
2 people not at John's wedding, Monique. Name them.
Howard
Yes.
and Fred.
Yes. Got it both. Got them both.
Thank you very much.
Well, that's
Very
my theory
much.
is that he was estranged from Allison by then, and he didn't show up to the wedding because it would reveal that.
Oh,
Because
interesting.
Allison was close with Susanna, so how is she not going to that?
Yeah,
Or
interesting.
insisting on it.
Yeah, I don't know enough about it. Wait, but
Summer
they
of
were already.
97.
Yeah, but then don't forget, Susanna was then really good friends with Beth. So,
Yeah.
There's that. There's that.
And Fred didn't show up because he's just weird.
Because he's just
He
weird.
hates John too.
And you know what? Honestly, Fred didn't want to give a gift. Let's be honest. Because he's a
Don't
cheap
spend
bastard
the
that way.
money.
All right. Is there anything else we want to touch
So
on
this is what
before we
should
wrap
do.
up?
Mo,
Yeah, babe.
everybody should individually say goodbye and then sign off until you're the last one.
Oh, that's so cute. What are we doing?
Okay, so
Goodbye,
I'll-
farewell.
wait, hang on.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Anyway.
Like, you know.
I bid
Goodbye, guys.
adieu
See you next fall.
to you and you and you.
Can I say thank you to the Mockateers that I use every day? Kive and Spandrel and K-Tate and Reno and Bobblebooey and
Laundry room
and,
and
yeah, Cookie and Laundry Room. And I love you, but
Chaka Khan
everybody in there.
sometimes.
I apologize, and I want to thank Boff. Pedal is a good one too. I want to thank Boff and Steve S for coming through with all the weird stuff that I somehow can't.
Yeah, they pull shit out of their assholes. Now, before everybody leaves, he left too.
He left. I gotta follow that. Okay. Go
Okay.
ahead. You talk, and then I'll.
Now go
I'll
ahead, you
leave.
go. I'll you go.
The follow that. I mean, he named everybody that helps me make the morning thread something, because otherwise it'd be me posting for 5 pages, which is insanity. This has been it's fun. I enjoy doing this. I love doing this. I love doing this with John. I love doing it with Xavier. I love doing it with you, Mo. This is it's great. Can't wait. I know we're gonna do other shows. Can't wait until I torture myself and listen in the fall. So with that, I say buonanotte.
And that was that. Okay, so this has been an interesting year and lackluster, to say the very least. I did want to mention that we are absolutely doing our music contest probably next week or the week after, maybe after July 4th. We will do the music contest. We will all get together and we will vote on what turned out to be a really fun contest for us to present to you guys. Xavier and I are working on some Gunk in the Nights, and I promised that we would get to a part 2 of Eric the Midget, which we will do. And yes, whoever mentioned that we should do a preview of Robin and Fred on the summer thing, we will do. So it's been a lot of fun to do the show for this half season. And we adore you all. We do love reading your comments, and you are what make the show what it is, because without you guys, we would just be talking into the ether. And you're kind of like weirdly our dysfunctional family that we adore having with us. So we will bid you adieu. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and do all those things that you need to do in order to be aware of the next time we're doing a show, so that you know when we're doing the contest show, as well as other stuff that we do. So we will bid you adieu, and we will hopefully see you sometime next week. Bye. Hey guys, thanks for hanging with us tonight. Please join us for any further discussion at RadioGunk.com in the forums section. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at RadioGunk. And don't forget to like this and subscribe to us and hit that little bell so you know when we're doing a new show. Thanks.